What's going on, Landy boy?
Not much with the few Tommy boy.
Here filming episode 42 of the podcast. Quite a big number.
Or
Speaking of 42,
42.
actually, now I'm thinking about it, it has nothing to do with 42. I was gonna say, I think our newest episode got 42 views, but no, I think it's actually like 44 now.
Really?
Yeah, it's, I'll pull it up right now. Was it episode 40, the one that's currently up right now, or the latest one that's up right now, is doing phenomenally. Yeah, 44 views, which which means
Really?
that's our new
Okay.
highest viewed episode. The last one was I think
Let's go.
23, which had 40. So we eclipsed that by
Okay.
10%. Also, our
Wow.
watch time on it is insane. We've got 9 hours of watch time, which is the highest of any video we've put out.
Wow.
So yeah, that's quite nice, I'll say. Also,
I want to say, I'll, real quick, I want to thank, next one, but obviously this is episode 42.
yeah.
I want to do a baseball player. I'll explain why here in a
Okay.
second. But the thing about the jersey number for baseball is no player is allowed to wear 42. It's retired because of Jackie Robinson. So I
Yeah.
guess semi shout out Jackie Robinson. But I wanted to give a shout out to a White Sox player today because
What?
just give me a moment. I had to do some research. The last White Sox player to wear the number 42 was some guy named excuse me, allergies again. Uh, Scott Ruffcorn. So shout out Scott Ruffcorn,
Okay.
White Sox player. As he may or may not know, Tommy Boy, the new Pope was born in Chicago,
Yeah. He's the first American Pope,
and he's
right?
a White Sox fan. Yeah, and he's a White Sox fan.
Yeah.
So I'm not a Catholic myself,
Me neither.
but it's a Pope who's from the same place as you, and he's a White Sox fan. So I thought that was funny because we've talked about the difference between Cubs and White Sox fans here, and how
Yeah.
majority of Chicagoland area is Cub fans.
Yeah, and the White Sox fans are the
How
rude
the
assholes that
crappy,
got kicked out of a Cubs game and,
yeah,
and held a grudge for
and
some reason.
the crappy part of Chicago, and I guess all of Illinois was the Sox fans.
Yeah.
So
Also, it,
shout out
so,
Scott Ruffcorn. I don't know who you are, but shout out you.
yeah, also, we're here filming episode 42. And I was really hoping that we would hit 42 subs on episode 42. Unfortunately, we're at
Okay.
41. I ain't complaining
Okay.
though. I mean, I still
Hey, we
think
could
about
always
that
still
time.
hit it within a mid episode.
That's true. I still think about that time where we were stuck at 6 subs for like a month. Now we're sitting here with 41. Like hell yeah, man.
I love how your reasoning for it was just guerrilla marketing. You didn't like explain at all. You're just like, yeah, guerrilla marketing.
No, I explained it. You called it
I,
guerrilla marketing.
no, no, all you did was call it guerrilla marketing. How did you promote it?
No, okay, no. I remember this perfectly. Okay, one of our episodes did pretty well because I was doing some guerrilla marketing. All right, and
Uh
I told you, and you're like, damn, how'd that get so many views? And I was like, well, as soon as I uploaded it, I just went on Twitter and Instagram and Reddit, and I just started spamming links
huh.
to it everywhere I could possibly put them.
Okay.
And then you're like, oh yeah, guerrilla marketing, that works. And then
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. There we go.
ever since then, when an episode blows up
We
and you're
just
like,
call
how?
it
I'm
that.
like, yep, guerrilla marketing, because I'm just taking links and just spamming it places. But 40, I did spam a few links like a day after the episode went up, because I think I might have uploaded it like before work, and so I was at work and didn't have time to share it around. And then like later that day or the next day or something, I started posting it. I haven't really posted a link to it that much, but it has like tripled in views since I did that. So I think it's just naturally
All right.
blowing up now.
All right. I think part of that comes from the legend himself giving us some engagement. Shout out Rob, by the way. I saw your comments on the
Oh
last
yeah.
video.
Oh man, I should have told Rob to get on.
Super, 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 super mega huge absolute shout out to the legend Rob.
Oh yeah.
We see you. We love you, Rob.
Yeah, we love you. I know I told
We
you.
love you, Rob.
I know I told you I'd get you on the next episode, and this is the next episode, and I didn't get you on it. It's because I forgot. Okay.
Oops.
I'm sorry. I'll get you on 43. I
Long day.
promise.
It was a long day for Tommy Boy.
It was that, and like, I have a feeling Rob isn't gonna know how to use Discord at first. And I'm gonna have to sort of walk him through it, and
Right.
getting him into the chat, and then like once we're
Yeah.
here and we start
Yeah.
going, we didn't have enough time for that today.
Yeah.
So one of these days, you guys will get to meet the legend Rob, who we did show off in a video, and if you look up the Ryan Trahan filmed our friend short, you can see Rob.
Oh, yeah. You met the legend Sean. You met Beanie. You met
Bo.
Caleb. You met Bo. So, I mean, next up's Rob. I mean, we've had
Yeah.
4 guests. That's kind of crazy to think about.
Well, yeah, 1 per 10 episodes roughly.
Give or take, yeah.
Even though the first one
Now,
was 14 and the second one was like 19 and
yeah.
whatever.
Right. It's working out to be at that pace. So,
Yeah.
every 10 episodes or so, or 8 or 14 or whatever, we'll have a guest on here or something.
Roughly, yeah.
It's working out that way.
Yeah.
I remember for the low price of $2,500 per host, plus a $500 booking fee, you can get your own 1-hour slot here on the Unqualified Show.
I forgot we made that up. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
the low
that's
price of $6,000, you can get on the show.
That was like either a description or like one of the very first posts we made on here.
I thought we talked about that on an episode. And then maybe we posted it after or something.
I think that might have been in a caption or a description or something.
Actually, yeah, you know what that might have been?
What?
I don't feel like looking through all 40 of them, or 40, well, yeah,
First
there's only 40
right.
up right now to look, figure out what it is, but yeah, I think you're right. I think I did put that in the description.
I always go through and the first thing I do, I like the video and then I read the description because gotta help our own engagement, right?
Yeah,
And the description is always one of the best parts.
yeah, so, sometimes I really don't know what to type, so I just type something kind of boring there and then make it about the juice.
Yeah.
But other times, my fingers are just flown with creativity and just absolute magnificent works of words come out.
I mean, your description work is honestly, usually it's kind of out there.
Yeah.
But it's peak. You're a fantastic caption writer.
I mean, it'll be one of those things that, once we have a really large fan base, bigger than the already massive fan base we have.
Yeah.
It'll be one of those things where we'll have people coming in just to read the descriptions. I'll probably get better at them too. Like I'll probably think of better things to write in them, and then just let my fingers flow. Landon, speaking of letting your fingers flow, you sort of had your first experience of letting your fingers flow recently.
Oh yeah. Do you wanna? Are we revealing about that?
I mean, they already know about the show. We don't have to read the script to them, but we can tell them roughly kind of what you did.
So yeah, using a little bit of inspiration from Tommy Boy, we have this character. We're not going to spoil too much about him, but he's basically the neighbor of the main character of this show that Tommy Boy wanted us to write.
Mm-hmm.
And so Tommy Boy was like, "Well, Landon, you seem to be pretty good at the dialogue, so just write this big long rant, right?" And I'm like, I could go 2 ways with this. That's my thought process. I can make this like he's actually angry, ranting about the subject that the episode's about at that point, or it could just devolve into something that makes no sense whatsoever.
Yeah.
And that's what I did.
Yeah, went with option B.
And I just tell my fingers, okay, right, and I get clacking away at it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it starts talking. I'm not gonna spoil anything it talks about, but it talks about a lot of just nonsense, bullcrap. Pretty funny though, in my opinion. I mean, I can't really judge my own writing, but
you covered like 14 topics in what's ultimately going to be like a 3-minute rant. It's incredible.
no, probably not even 3 minutes. Probably like a minute and a half.
depends how it gets delivered. It could definitely be strung out a little bit, but yeah, a minute and a half at least.
I figure what I want to do is like if you and me are the directors of this or whatever, or we're going to be on set if it ever somehow ultimately gets made at all
It has to.
for any reason. I figure what I'll do is like I'll tell the actor like, listen, you can improvise, you can add anything you want, just kind of like keep it in like keep this order with it, right?
Mhm.
That's basically what I'll do. I'll tell him like you can add anything you want. Just keep it kind of like this. That's what I want to do.
Yeah. When I think about directing, I sort of see it like Tarantino, right? Like in an interview where he's like, I'm not paying you to tell me how to direct a movie. I'm not paying you to tell me how the dialogue should go. I'm paying you to play this character that I saw and say the dialogue that I wrote, how I wrote it. I feel like generally we need to go with that. But for some of the more unhinged moments, it'd be one of those things where we're on the actors and we're like, okay, I know this is a really long part of the script to remember. If you go off course, that's fine. Just bring it back around to the same general topic, and maybe that can make for some better segments.
Right. I think he said what it was the I think the only time an actor was allowed to improvise was
Samuel
Leonardo
Jackson.
DiCaprio.
Oh,
I thought it was Leonardo DiCaprio when I think it was Django Unchained when he's going on his thing where he
yes.
smashes where he cuts his hand, whatever, his big rant where he cuts his hand
Yeah.
or that monologue, whatever. I'm pretty sure the part of that was improvised, and I think Samuel L. Jackson has done a few too. I think
Yeah.
Samuel L. Jackson has that right though, because he's Samuel L. Jackson.
Well, I saw a video of Samuel Jackson talking about that Tarantino quote from that interview, and he was saying like, you know, when you're as big as me and you've done 150 something movies, you know how things go. You know when they're writing in extra scenes they're never going to use. You know when there's dialogue that's going to get cut. You know when there's something that doesn't fit the character. And what what's the one that takes place in the cabin? Is it A Hateful Eight?
Hateful Eight's the one that takes place in the cabin.
Yeah. So there, I forget the line because honestly I only saw that movie once and I don't remember what Sam said, but there was one line in that movie that he completely changed because I don't know, he just did, and Tarantino was fine with it. But in Pulp Fiction, Sam was supposed to wear a giant afro wig, right? Because that's what Tarantino
Mhm.
had
Yeah,
written
I've
out.
heard that.
Yeah, but the prop master when they went to buy the wig only got like a jerry curl like the NWA's guy had, or NWA guys, not yeah, and and so he put that on and Tarantino's like no 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 that's not right that's not what he. There's some sort of weird audio going on there. Anyways, yeah he was like yeah so it's not right you got to go get the right wig. And apparently Sam was like, no, no, listen, Quentin, this is what black people hair looks like. I'm gonna wear this. It's fine. Yeah,
Yeah, and it worked out because
that's probably
that's
his most
like
iconic movie for both of them.
yeah, I'm gonna say probably it's definitely probably the most popular Tarantino movie, but I'd say big part of that is of Samuel Jackson's character.
Yeah. Oh man. It's still Pulp Fiction, right? When I think it's Sam is like locked in a basement with Bruce Willis, but it's like a sex dungeon thing, and they're trying to break out of it.
Could be. I've not seen Pulp Fiction in 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, me neither. But I'm pretty sure there's a scene with him and Bruce Willis, and in like chained up in the basement of like a sex shop, and Bruce has been getting fucked in the ass for like 15 hours a day, and they finally break out of there. It's it's one of Tarantino's movies for sure. It's hilarious.
Only Tarantino could come up with something like that to be in a movie.
Yeah,
Genuinely, like I don't think anybody else would probably get blacklisted for thinking of that.
yeah. But then you got Tarantino, and it's like, well, he's
Yeah.
Tarantino. He writes these kind of things. What are you gonna do about
The
it?
least absurd Tarantino scene from I guess any movie he's ever made.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know. Or like, it's one of those things only Tarantino could do. I mean, Weinstein
like
was
drinking.
look look at Weinstein, right? Weinstein Productions made some of the greatest movies of all time.
Mhm.
And it was just sort of a thing. If you're gonna work for Weinstein, he's gonna grope you. He's gonna diddle you a bit, but you're gonna make a fantastic movie. It's something that really
Uh,
only Weinstein could do, or Kevin Spacey. But we don't have
I
we
don't
don't
see
we don't
how
have any
people didn't get
proof that Kevin
suspicious from the.
Spacey did anything wrong. Okay, it's pure coincidence that everyone who had anything against him showed up dead. Pure coincidence, guys.
See how people didn't see it from the get go that Harvey Weinstein was doing the things he did. I'm just
It was
look
so
at him.
obvious. Like
Like for some
it,
people,
it should
probably not.
it should have
Yeah.
been glaringly obvious from that picture of him with Emma Watson walking out of the coffee shop and he's gripping her by the shoulders. Or was that Emma
He
Watson?
just.
It might have been Emma Stone.
I have no idea.
One of the two. Yeah. I feel like after that pic went out, it should have been like everyone just should have known immediately. But it still took another like 3 or 4 years for people to be like, oh yeah, Weinstein the molester, whatever. It's like, guys, kind of old. What happened to Landy? I don't know, we'll wait for him to get back. Anyways, we're gonna take a dab. So I'm assuming he accidentally X'd out of the wrong tab or something. Happens to the best of us. I've accidentally closed this app before while I was recording. I don't remember what episode that was, but I'm sure you guys do. And I'll just wait for him to get back, I guess. That first dab after a long day always feels fantastic. He just texted me right now. He said fixing it. I don't know what broke, but he's fixing it. Yeah, dude. What? Holy fuck. One big difference you'll notice from the start of the show to now, I get a lot higher because I don't smoke as much because I'm working. Oh, hey, we got Landy back.
I was trying to click into a different tab to look something up, and I accidentally clicked the X on the Discord tab. So
That's exactly what I figured happened.
a round of applause for me. I was trying to click into a Google tab to look up who that was in that picture. All right.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw you disappear and I went, oh, I bet he hit the wrong tab.
Yeah. All right. Let's let's see who it was. Uh. Okay. I think it might have been Emma Stone, maybe.
Yeah, I think it was.
Can't find the picture you're referring to.
Oh, hold on. I'll find it. Harvey Weinstein. Girl. Let's see.
I have no clue.
I thought that would have been like the first picture on Google. Uh,
Right. It's weird.
you know the one I'm talking about, right?
No.
Oh man, I gotta
But
find this now.
I was seeing a couple of things saying Emma Stone. I was typing a few different keywords, so
Uh, what? Dude, like
maybe it's been just
everything
scrubbed from
I'm
the internet or something.
like yeah, like everything I'm looking up on Google is coming back like just empty. Like even the AI interview said there's no evidence of Harvey Weinstein ever holding a woman. Like okay, that's
Yeah,
just a lie.
that's obviously a lie.
Well, let me check Reddit. I bet Reddit has it. Stuff never dies on Reddit, especially with these kind of
Reddit has
people.
everything. It's like Reddit and 4chan have pretty much every evidence of anything ever saved.
Yeah, okay, it was literally the first thing on Reddit.
Really.
I clicked into the link for the picture. The website don't exist anymore.
A lot of
Man,
people on like
let's try this one.
I don't understand why people on
There we
Reddit
go.
always
It was Emma
link to
Watson.
websites.
Let's see if I can get that.
Oh,
Can I get that to focus? Come on. Hold on. Let me turn my brightness down.
I yeah, that's what I usually do is turn the brightness down a little bit.
Oh, pull that back up.
I turn it down about halfway or so.
Yep. Harvey Weinstein gripping Emma Watson by the arms, dragging her out of a
And
coffee shop or
anti
something.
shout out Harvey Weinstein.
The biggest possible anti-shout out to Harvey Weinstein. I mean, look, he was pretty much the only reason that we didn't get femme-washed ugly women in films 2 decades sooner. So kinda shout out Harvey Weinstein for keeping women hot in movies for a while. But the biggest possible anti-shout out in the world to Harvey Weinstein for what he actually did to those women.
Yeah, I mean, there's some things you don't do, and that's pretty high up there for the list of things you don't do.
Yeah. Yeah, like,
I
probably
mean,
the only thing worse than abusing women is, like, children and animals.
I was gonna say like probably murder and stuff is above that, but if we're talking about like within that realm, then yeah, children and animals is probably it's like the top three without a doubt. Things
I,
you don't do is that, murder, and then either of those things to kids.
I don't know why I was thinking we should debate what's worse, murder or sexual assault. But now that I'm thinking about it, they're both just horrible, and I don't think there's any reason in comparing them.
I don't think you can really rank one above the other.
See,
Genuinely, I don't think you can rank one
that's
above
why I
the
was
other.
thinking we should debate it. Cause all right, here's the thing: you get murdered, right? Let's say I pull a gun out, bang. Your existence stops right there. Just fade to black,
Mm-hmm.
gone, right? Nothing's happening anymore. That's not that bad, alright? Alright, the ramifications to everyone else in the world that has to feel the effects of that's bad. But to the person who got murdered, they don't even know. Or if they did know, they don't now. They're just dead. Alright, it's not that bad. If you're getting raped by someone, you're actually experiencing that, and you gotta be there for it, and you gotta, live with, like, the flashbacks of that afterwards. I feel like that's a lot worse.
I think both are equally as bad, genuinely.
I mean, yeah, they're both terrible.
I mean, how do we even get to this discussion?
Oh, we were talking about Harvey Weinstein.
I mean, like, how do we get like from talking about Tarantino to this within the span of like 10 minutes?
Because we were talking
This is
about
this might be the weirdest turn of events in
we
unqualified
brought up
history.
something that Tarantino was doing. Oh, it was Bruce Willis getting fucked in the ass and locked up in
Oh,
the
okay,
basement of a
yeah,
sex shop. And then
okay,
we were like, yeah, only
okay,
Tarantino could get away with that. And I was like, well, I think Weinstein could too. And then we started going into Weinstein, and we found the picture of Emma Watson.
okay.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, that was. This might be the like I said the weirdest like 10 minute stretch in unqualified show history. I don't. That thing took a huge turn.
Yeah. You know what though? That's probably the deepest into any conversation we've got that early into an episode.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. How often do we get into things that fast? Just right off rip.
It's been 20 episodes at least.
Right.
Yeah, man.
I
That's gonna be a moment for sure. I'm just gonna clip that whole thing, and I'm just gonna put it up in the filter or not the filter. The title's just gonna be there's no context for this.
eh, I don't think you. What? Like, there's no other title you can give it.
Yeah, like there's nothing you can name that makes it sound better than I don't have any context for this. Just watch it.
Uh I mean that's truly one of the moments we've had.
For sure, yeah.
Now, I didn't really come prepared with too much to talk about this episode because again, I've been on the mend for a couple days.
Mm-hmm.
The excuse me. The only thing I really was going to mention top the episode was the Pope being from Chicago.
Yeah.
Gonna see if you had seen anything about that personally.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do some research. See what party grew up in. I know he spent a lot of time in Peru. I saw that.
Hmm.
He's taken the name Pope Leo 14th.
Oh, 14, bro. I hope he
Yeah,
has some
so
original idea to name his kid, because what the fuck?
usually what they do is like they won't even take their like real name. Like they'll take the name of like Pope and then something completely different from their legal name.
Oh.
And they'll either come up with something new like after a saint, I think. Like determines what they want to follow their Pope uh career
Hold
after,
on, so you're saying,
or
you're
or
saying,
a former Pope that they want to continue
you're
from.
saying if I
Weird.
became a pope, I could name myself Pope Abdul-Jabbar.
I don't think they take very kindly to a Muslim name, but maybe. Because that's Kareem
What are you
Abdul-Jabbar's
gonna
real
do, fight me?
name wasn't. I mean, did you know that Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's name wasn't Kareem Abdul-Jabbar until he changed it?
No, I didn't
He
know that.
he yeah, his name was Lou Alcindor when he was playing in I guess from the time he was born until either college or early NBA, and then he became a Muslim and changed it to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Hmm.
He was born at the Mercy Hospital in Chicago,
Okay.
which is now Insight Hospital and Medical Center.
Real quick, while we're on the topic of Muslims, I just remembered a really funny video I watched. So it was this Muslim guy on like a pier somewhere, like I don't know, I don't think it was the main one in Los Angeles, but something akin to that. And he just had a little stand. And he said, "I'm a Muslim. Change my mind." Okay. Now, if you guys know anything about the Muslim religion, they they aren't supposed to know what Muhammad, their god, looks like. And basically, like, they don't think anything should be named Muhammad, or that you should try to paint a portrait of what Muhammad looks like. He has to just be this
But then
totally
they go ahead and
anonymous
name
character.
every single child born in that religion Muhammad, just spell it differently, which is
Yeah, yeah.
hilarious.
So this guy walks up to him and he's like, so you guys, just what I just explained, can't have anything named Muhammad or look at a picture of Muhammad. And the guy's like, yeah, it's forbidden. He goes, I named my dog Muhammad. I see Muhammad every day. And this Arab dude just starts assaulting the guy that says it. Just starts beating it. Keep in mind, this guy is like 6'8", 500 pounds of muscle. Like on steroids, jacked Muslim. Starts beating the shit out of this guy that said he named his dog Muhammad. It's like, bro, you
Yeah, but
you started the debate. Why are you getting angry?
yeah, that's I wanted to. I'm gonna say sounds about right.
Mm-hmm.
I don't get that about like again. I'm not trying to be offensive or rude myself. I'm saying like I don't get like they're not allowed to see Muhammad. They're not allowed to name anything after the Prophet Muhammad. But then they'll just change like one or two letters. And now the most common name in the world, statistically, the most common name in the world is Muhammad.
Yeah.
It's hilarious. But anyway, see here.
It's like the Jews. They're like,
Uh,
our God will punish us if we go outside our realm. But if we just tie a string around this place, that counts as ours. If you don't know, in New Jersey, there is literally a string strung around the entirety of New Jersey so Jews can walk free in there and don't think they're undermining their God when really they are. They don't think God can see underground, so that's why they dig tunnels so much so that they can break their religion's rules underground where God won't see them.
that's That sounds absurd.
Like their entire lives is just like, well, our God says we cannot do this, but technically, if I do this other thing, He won't know. It's like you're really doubting this guy. he's he's God. I think he can see past what you're thinking. He probably knows what
Yeah,
you're thinking right now. He knows you're betraying him.
that's the belief system of like what I believe in. I mean, like I'm not shy to admit it. I've admitted it on the show. I've said it on the show multiple times. That's what I believe in. I'm uh more not Jewish, right?
Yeah.
Judaism. I'm like Christianity. That's me, right? And you've pretty much got the majority, 98% of Christian denomination of beliefs right there. Is
Yeah.
like he knows.
Yeah.
He's literally God. That's basically what it is.
Mm-hmm. Like, yeah, like literally 90% of that book is God sending a messenger to go tell someone something that only they know about, and then be like, anyways, do this
Right.
for me. He knows.
Yeah.
Anyways, I
I mean,
think you
like
had something about the
there's
Pope.
yeah. I was gonna say. So I'm looking at the Wikipedia page of the Pope. So this is saying that his grandparents were French and Italian descent. Blah blah blah. Blah. So known as Bob or Rob in childhood and to friends as an adult. He was raised in Dalton, Illinois. Is that a good place?
I'm, I've never been there. I know
It's
where
in
it's at, but I've never been there.
a suburb bordering Chicago's far south side.
Okay.
Uh, shout out Beanie, South
Yeah,
Side.
little inside joke there.
Or his or the character named after him in
Yeah.
the show. It's a joke we got in the show.
Yeah, my general rule for Chicago, I don't like going south in Chicago, but if I do, I never go past 120th Street, because like in like the main city of Chicago, all the streets got like particular names or whatever. But once you get down into like the hood of Chicago, you got like First Street, Second Street, or well, it starts from the bottom up: First Street, Second Street, Third Street, all the way up to like 250 or something. Everything past
Uh,
120th is just gang territory. It's a war zone over there. You don't drive through there. If you see 120th, bust a left, bust a right, whatever. Don't go farther. That's my rule.
and then where's O Block in relation to that?
That is between 65th and 62nd on MLK Drive.
Okay. Oh my god! Of course it's MLK Drive.
Yeah.
I'm surprised it's not Boulevard. I'm surprised it's not Boulevard.
It might be Boulevard. I don't know.
You ever seen I think it's like a regular show parody where it's talking about like Martin Luther King Jr. something Boulevard.
Mm-hmm.
It's like some long absurd like Black Street name, and it's like Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard. There's a few other things in there, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, but
I found something else about him.
oh, okay.
It says he was raised in Dalton, a suburb bordering Chicago's far south side, and grew up in a parish in nearby Riverdale,
I have been to both of
which
those
is
towns.
also on the far. You just said you hadn't been to Dalton.
No, not Dalton, but the other two towns. I've been to those. Those aren't really on like the south side of Chicago. That's in like the residential Chicagoland area south of the south side of Chicago.
Okay. He graduated from Villanova University, which is in Pennsylvania. Uh, okay, and I think after that, his Chicago career kind of ended because he started moving around. Yeah, because then he started working, I guess, worldwide. Because he spent some time in Peru, I think.
Okay.
I think it was Peru.
Speaking of Peru, this has
So,
nothing to
shout
do
out to
with
the new
Peru.
Pope.
Just a random question. Do you like horseradish?
I've not had it in a very, very long time, but I don't remember liking it when I was little. It's changed by now, but
Yeah,
I remember it came on
I
a
love.
some sort of thing I had when I was little.
I think it's definitely not the best sauce. Probably not in my top three, but definitely in my top five. It's either four or five. I love horseradish. That sandwich I was eating, it was
Mhm.
was it chicken? I forgot what I seasoned it with. Oh, that's right, blackened chicken. Blackened seasoning is like the best seasoning on earth. Uh, some cheddar cheese, an egg, two eggs, and some horseradish. I
Ooh.
fucking love horseradish, man. It just adds a little bit of little spice, a little tang, and it's just oof.
Now, I want to go ahead and real quick and say, not sponsored on this next part, not sponsored in the slightest, but if you want to sponsor us, Wendy's, you can. Shout out Baconators. I had a
Oh
Baconator and
yeah,
fries for dinner. I mean, I don't know what they're putting in that. They're
MSG.
putting they're putting crack or something in those patties.
Mm-hmm.
I love me a good Baconator every once in a while though. Again, not sponsored, but got a Baconators.
Yeah, I haven't eaten fast food in like 3 years, and before that it was at least 5 or 6 years before I had like eaten a considerable amount of fast food. But I do remember liking Baconators; those are quite good.
Oh, fantastic. I mean, Wendy's I think has like a top two fast food burger. Maybe even
Probably.
top one.
No, no, we can debate that right now. Number one, Hardee's. I will not back down from
Oh,
it.
okay, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, Hardee's is valid. Hardee's is good. Ever had Hardee's breakfast though?
yeah, pretty good.
I mean, bro, Hardee's biscuits.
There's nothing
People
from
say
Hardee's I don't
McDonald's
like.
breakfast biscuits are the best.
Oh
I
fuck
think
no.
McDonald's breakfast. Yeah, I think McDonald's biscuits are way too dry,
Yeah,
and they fall apart and they crumble way too easy.
yeah, they suck.
The eggs taste like rubber.
They do.
They taste like wet, chewy rubber.
Yeah, yeah, they're nasty.
Now, I want to say though, McDonald's steak bagel
I didn't know they made one.
is phenomenal. They have a steak breakfast bagel. It's phenomenal.
You know, I just want to say, really, the only things from McDonald's I like are the McChickens, the big breakfast platter, and the sauce. No, sorry, bacon, egg, and cheese McGriddles. Despite the serving sizes on the big breakfast platter being about half of what they were in 2007, uh, the pancakes still hit. They're still good. They're not 2007 good, but those pancakes still valid.
McDonald's pancakes are just. It doesn't matter if you're 3 or 103. If it's whatever, like whatever. It's a fantastic breakfast, especially for fast food standards. I mean,
Oh yeah.
McDonald's breakfast is hit or miss with a
A lot of
majority of the
misses.
items. That's always a hit somehow.
Yeah.
Always. I love some fast food breakfast. I admit it. I love it. Just leave McDonald's, man.
I
That
found
steak bagel or the pancakes is like the only options I go to now.
I found out something pretty funny about McDonald's recently. Apparently,
And what's that?
for 3 years, they had a partnership with IBM. I'm sure you remember IBM, that old computer company, because they
Yeah.
were trying to develop a AI drive-through order taker thing. I don't know what you call it because it's not a worker. Uh, Basically, it didn't work. It would just get everything wrong, and then people would just drive up to the window and order there because it didn't work. And I was watching a couple videos of people trying to use it just to like get some context for how bad it really was. There was one video where like it was this couple in a car just trying to order anything. Like they wanted something really simple. They wanted like a coffee with however many creams, sugars, whatever sandwich, just a couple basic things. And it just kept reverting to like a bacon, egg, and cheese McGriddle. And then when they would get it to say anything else, it'd be like, okay, do you want bacon with that? They're like, no. It's like, okay, adding bacon. It's like, no, take the bacon off. Oh, bacon removed. Would you like bacon with that? It's like, I don't know. I've never tried programming anything. Actually, that's a lie. I have. I'm terrible at it. But I'd imagine that if you're programming some sort of AI waitstaff, you'd have some sort of redundancy in there, or if it repeats the same thing like 2 times, it just changes no matter what. They didn't think that through though, so it just kept asking if these people wanted bacon.
I love bacon.
It's
Man, I
pretty
would I
good.
would say yes to it every time because why not?
I don't think it's wrong to trick Muslims into eating pork, especially bacon.
I mean, like I think it's again. We're poking fun at them, but I feel like for Muslim, there's a lot of things you can talk about. For them, it's acceptable to marry a 9-year-old, but if you even eat like one little tiny strip of bacon, one little tiny piece of sausage on a piece of pizza or something, or I guess anything, or a pork chop, you got to be beheaded publicly. It's weird.
I have something to say about the 9-year-olds.
Oh no, what is it?
Okay, that sounded terrible. That part did not come into their religion until it was hijacked by Israelis in the 1970s.
Oh God.
I won't get into all the
You know,
details because it would probably get the
you
show
realize
canceled. And
you realize Muhammad married a 9-year-old, right?
yes,
Muhammad literally married a 9-year-old.
okay, okay, that
The founder of the religion married a 9-year-old.
right, okay.
The literal man who made the religion married a 9-year-old. Tommy boy,
I'm gonna get to that. Okay, that was one
we're
person.
gonna get the episode
That was,
banned.
that was one
Yeah,
person.
43 is getting banned. 42 is getting banned.
That was one person. Okay, I'm not defending their actions. That was one person though.
Better
It,
not.
it, it did not get added into their religious textbook, whatever that thing is called. I don't remember. That it's okay to do that. They didn't encourage that. If you read the Talmud, the basically Bible of Jews and Judaism, it says that you can have sex with boys as young as 3 and marry girls as young as 9. In the 1970s, the Israelis actually successfully hijacked the Muslim religion and completely changed it. You know how we see women wearing burqas that cover their entire body and they can only have one eye showing and stuff like that? That was
Okay.
not a thing pre 1970 in anywhere in the Middle East. That was not something they did. In fact, Muslim culture in 50s, 60s, 70s around that time was almost akin to just American culture. They weren't that much different. They just lived in a shithole desert somewhere halfway across the world. And then the Jews came in, and they made it all about little girls and little boys, because that's part of their religion.
That's not. I believe it's not. But
Well, I could find you the specific verses from the Talmud if you'd like to read it.
I believe you already have.
Yeah, I definitely have.
I was about to say I'm pretty sure you have,
I'd love to bring it up again.
and I'd prefer not. I think we're
Yeah,
fine, Tommy boy.
yeah.
I believe it'll be okay.
Oh, did you know that Jews are the most inbred people in the world? It's a fact.
I did not know that.
Yeah, over half of them have inbred genetics.
Why do we get into this every episode?
I just, you know, it's so much fun to talk shit about the worst people on planet Earth.
Anti-Shadow India.
That too, yeah. Positive shout
And
out to Milk.
shout out Water. Shout out Moo Juice.
Yeah.
We love Moo Juice around here.
Hold up. You got shout out, of course, the one and only Jamie Hayter, my favorite wrestler, and Chris Benoit. Anyways, had to get Chris Benoit out there, murdered by a lat pull down machine.
Of course. Also, told his wife and his son, but okay.
Allegedly.
Oh, he did.
Yeah. Yeah, he might have.
He did.
Says who?
The police reports, the evidence, the crime scene.
Yeah, maybe.
The pretty much everything.
Yeah, I mean, they do kind of know every detail of how he did it.
Yeah. So, not allegedly.
Yeah, modern day forensics are amazing. Like, how can you tell exactly which way someone was pressing on another person, poking around with their dead body? Like, how do you figure that out? I don't know.
I mean, that's I mean, all that, and they still can't tell that Courtney Love murdered Kurt Cobain in cold blood.
Oh, they can.
Obviously, she did.
Yeah.
She did. I still would love someday to make a full-blown presentation for that and give it on the show if I could start collecting enough evidence and pieces and stuff for that. But
Yeah, that'd be amazing.
shout out Courtney Love.
Yeah, huge
She
anti
killed
shout
Kurt
out.
Cobain, covered it up. Her and her friends, I guess, covered it up. Also, she could continue making really crappy music with her band. They had like one good song ever.
If
The rest of them suck.
Yeah.
Celebrity Skin is an okay song. The rest of them kind of suck. I couldn't tell you one other song she ever made.
Yeah.
Man, anti-shout out Courtney Love.
She really ended Nirvana. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Could you imagine how dope life would be if we kept getting Nirvana music?
I mean, could you imagine how dope it would be if Nirvana lasted more than 5 years because of Courtney Love's, I guess, greed, trying to get Kurt's inheritance?
Yeah. It really is crazy that some of the best bands or artists have the shortest runs.
It's like the Beatles lasted less than 10 years. Did you know that?
Yeah.
I'm saying the Beatles are like a top 5 band ever.
Yeah, probably by statistics, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm talking about like in terms of like albums sold, how popular they are, the quality of music, the impact. The Beatles are undoubtedly, in terms of all that, top 5 ever. They lasted like 7 or 8 years.
Yeah. If you think about it, Sublime, they were around for 4 or 5 years, and Rage Against the Machine was out for 4 years, made 4 albums, dipped off the face of the earth.
Rage in favor of the machine.
Yeah. With Sublime, Bradley died, so obviously there's not going to be any more music. But with Rage Against the Machine, no one died. They just stopped making music. And, so both those bands have a 4-album run that is just some of the greatest music ever made. And it just stops.
Right. System of a Down only released music from between 2000, I think it was 1998 to 2005, and they had like 2 more songs come out in 2020, but those were like a couple one-offs. They were only like making albums for 7 years. System of a Down, one of my favorite bands, one of the biggest nu metal bands ever.
Yeah, easily.
Shout out System of a Down, man. I love System of a Down.
Yeah, the best artists have the shortest runs, and it doesn't make sense. Frank Ocean, Great example. Okay. I mean,
Never gonna drop again.
okay. Frank Ocean was around for like 10 years or something like that, because he was with Odd Future for a long time. Then went and did his own thing. When I mean, Odd Future never really broke up, but everyone just sort of grew into their own careers as they dropped more solo music, and they all just got so big on their own that they never had a reason to come back together. Although they do some cool stuff, you know, occasionally. Like Tyler does his Camp Flognaw, where a lot of them come out, and, and do a lot of their old songs, and and they do Odd Future shows and whatever on occasion. But yeah, Frank Ocean, post Odd Future, made 5 or 6 albums over the course of like 9 years, and then just stopped in, what was it, 2018? I think was when Blonded dropped.
I mean, I'm not personally a Frank Ocean fan. I just know the jokes about he's never gonna drop music again.
Yeah, I don't really get why, because a little bit after Blonded dropped, his brother died, and I get the like, alright, you're gonna be hurt over that for a while. You're not gonna make music for a while, whatever. Dude, it's been almost 8 years. Get over it, dog. Make some music.
I mean, that's. I mean, again, I'm not personally a fan of him, so I don't know any
My
of the hype
guy's
around
pretty
him.
like a
So
girl. See on both sides like Chanel. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know actually anything about Frank Ocean or listen to his music. I only know a
right.
couple of the words to Chanel because it's on Nonstop Pop and GTA.
Yeah, man. See, if you're not on Nonstop
Oh,
Pop or
actually,
Channel X,
it's not on Nonstop Pop anymore. I just remembered it was when it was first added to the game, but they gave Blonded its own radio where there is a station that only plays Frank Ocean, so it's on there now.
really,
Yeah,
I'm not playing a while, so I forgot about Blonded.
I have not played in a while either, and I remember on the 360 when there was like 12 radio stations, and now there's like 30.
And I was always on either Channel X, Nonstop Pop, or what was the other uh the Los Angeles Classics one, whatever it
Yeah.
was,
Oh, West
rock
Coast
station. I
Classics,
don't
I
know.
think.
West Coast, yeah, it was the Classic Rock Station or and the West Coast Classics.
Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah, any of those.
There's one, I think it's called The Lab. It was one of the more recently added ones. Not that recently, maybe like 2018, 19, something like that. But it's got a lot of like trippy. I don't know what you call it. Just like not quite EDM, but like drug music. I don't know. That's the best thing I can call it.
Yeah,
They got some funky music on there. I like to listen to it sometimes, and I'm really fuckered up.
man, just like I think the last time, May 25th, 2026. It's ridiculous to say that now. May 26th is the game's coming out. So May
Yeah.
25th, late night, taking that last drive here in Midnight City, going
hmm
through the city is gonna be insane, man.
I was thinking,
It'll be
cause
crazy here in Midnight City on that
yeah,
for the last time.
because like here's the thing, I'm gonna do a last drive, and I'm gonna try and go up and down
Yeah,
every street I can see. Think of every
right.
memory I've had, and then the next day, boom, boot up GTA 6. I'm
Hot Coffee
gonna
2.0 first thing.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Here's the thing. I'm gonna do it on the 360 because well, okay, I did have GTA on the PS3 first for like a week, and then I got it on 360. Anyways, I didn't play it on PS3 that much. The 360 is where I had all of my early memories of it. So I'm gonna boot it up on there because I want to hear all the original songs from the original radio stations. None of the added shit because they added a bunch of them to story mode. I'm not all of them, but maybe like a quarter of what they put in online is now in story mode. So I want to go back and hear those old 2013 songs while I just drive around and just cruise.
Like, what's the first radio station you're turning on though?
Non-stop pop, dog.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm gonna miss DJ. I think it's DJ Clara, right?
DJ Kara.
Kara. I knew it was something with C-A-R-A somewhere in there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna miss DJ Kara so much.
Yeah,
Bro, I saw
her
like
little
a
tidbits
AI
are
thing
so
somebody
funny.
made. I saw I think it was a YouTube short because I sometimes go in there just brain dead throwing YouTube shorts when it forced me into that when I opened the app. One of the first ones I saw was talking about DJ Kara. It was like an AI thing talking about like watching to grow from a child to an adult or whatever. Is and of course it faded out. It's lady, hear me
Me tonight.
tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, but man, I'm gonna miss DJ Kara so much. DJ Kara is like, you know what? Screw it. Petition to bring DJ Kara into GTA 6.
She better be.
I mean, I get that Leonida and Los Santos are two totally different states, and in canon are supposed to be thousands of miles apart, just like Florida and California.
Yeah.
But give me DJ Kara.
Dude, as stupid as it seems, I really, really hope we get a lot of GTA 5 characters in GTA 6. Because, I mean, look, you could say that in the last 12, soon to be 13 years, GTA 5 has really, really run its course and kind of got dry. And that's true.
Yeah.
But could you think about how dope it would be to see Michael as like a retired person just chilling in Vice City on the beach. Maybe he's got his boat back from the beginning of the game.
Well, I
Uh,
can think of one thing wrong with that,
what?
and that's some people chose to kill Michael, so then it wouldn't make sense canonically.
I think the canon ending is C.
But then some people chose different ending. That's the thing.
So
So it wouldn't make sense to those people booting up the new game and then saying Michael.
it, Trevor's in online, which now takes place after story mode, but you can kill Trevor in story mode.
Fair play, fair point.
Yeah, so anyways, yeah, I think it'd be cool to see Michael like retired on the beach with his boat, just chilling. Maybe we find out Lester moved there and like he's not doing jobs for us, but he's somewhere on the side watching. Maybe we
Yeah.
get like a random email from Teabagger at ifind.com. It's his email from story mode. Just something
Mm.
funny like that. I hope they at least just mention Lester because he's funny. They at some
I hope
point in
Jimmy's in
in
it.
story mode, they have to mention the big one. If they don't, that will, in my head, ruin the canon of GTA 5. Because the three main protagonists hit the biggest bank on planet Earth. They take $200 million worth of gold. No, sorry, $600 million worth of gold. Because they,
200
yeah,
million each.
yeah, they get 200 million each. They better mention that. That better be. I mean, we saw at least one heist, like a legitimate heist in trailer 2, and we saw a gas station stick up in trailer 1. They better mention that somewhere. Like they better mention the biggest job that's ever been done. Actually, no, we saw two heists in trailer 2. We saw the one where they're in the building, and the one recreating that scene from Fast and Furious 5 where they're dragging the vault, but it's a much smaller one.
And I hope Jimmy's in it, man. I want to see some more Jimmy. I love Jimmy.
Yeah, I mean they did bring him back for online with the arcade. He works there when you buy it.
Right.
So it would make sense that they'd have him. Oh, what'd be funny is if he upgraded from like an arcade worker to working at like a video game company
Mm,
to eventually being the head of the video game
right.
company, and it'll be a parody of Rockstar. Like Jimmy's running a parody of the company
How?
that makes the
Man.
game. That'd be so good.
How has Rockstar not parodied themselves yet? That's all I want to
They
know.
have. I'll show
Oh,
you.
they have?
I'll show you. All right,
I've not seen that.
GTA San Andreas. All right, we open up the map. All right. Yes, I do have the original map.
Oh.
Come on, open. There we go. All right, where is it? Right here. Where am I? North
They
Star
just
Rock.
have that.
North Star Rock. Rockstar North. Yeah. Anyways, there's the other side if you're interested.
Hope everybody got their screenshots in while they could.
Yeah, they literally named a part of the map after themselves.
Does that count as a parody, though?
I count it.
I guess if you count it, that's all that matters.
Yeah, and they've done other little insider references like that before, but that one just popped in my head because I got the map right there.
I would, yeah. Again, though, I'd love to see them like parody themselves as a company.
Yeah,
Could you imagine that?
that would be quite funny. And,
Have a fake video game company.
we don't have any mention of video games in GTA except for Righteous Slaughter and all the arcade games of which are actual games made by Rockstar previously in the past when they were DMA designs. So most of that stuff is intellectual property they already had, and the other one is a video game that you can't play. It's just something other characters play. So I feel like they gotta, it's at some point like times are changing, everyone's playing video games. Make a parody about yourself, yeah. Rockstar. It'd be hilarious.
I mean, there's been other games where you could play a game out of a game. I don't see how Rockstar's not done it yet.
In Uncharted 4, you play Crash Bandicoot.
Really?
Yeah, it's right at the start of the game. You're sitting down with your wife, and you bust out an old PS1, and you boot up Crash Bandicoot, and you actually have to compete against each other in a Crash Bandicoot level to see who gets the farthest. Or, Black Ops 2, Nuketown. If you shoot all the heads off the mannequins in under 2 minutes and then you run to the screen, it has a bunch of old Activision games from the 80s to play on it.
Huh. I did not know that, Tommy Boy.
Yeah, it's quite fun. It's one of my probably favorite Easter eggs in all of the Black Ops series. Next to the jump scares and what is it? The Alcatraz map and Origins. Mob of the Dead and Origins. They both have jump scares in them where if you look at a certain point through a sniper rifle, you get like a zombie face that jumps out at you.
Hey?
I don't know.
Now, speaking of games, Tommy Boy.
Yeah.
Speaking of games, I had a fantastic idea. So you know the Tajikistan Twitter account, right?
Yeah.
Did you see the tweet I made recently about the 2K25?
Yeah.
A follow-up to your tweet I made? Well, I had the feeling, you said you want to learn some game development.
Yeah.
What if, and just by, just as a joke, what if we made Buzkashi 2K25?
Oh my god, that'd be amazing.
What if, we get some really crappy models of Buzkashi courses and stuff. Throw a few
I mean, we could make them from
trees
the
or buildings in the background.
It's just a dirt rectangle with barely pressed out concrete circles.
Throw 50 people out there on horses and a goat carcass and let them run.
That would.
I don't understand the scoring system at all, but what if we made Buzkashi 2K25?
We should 100% do that.
We already have 3 fake athletes to use that I made up.
Yeah.
By the way, shameless plug time of the episode. If you don't go already, go ahead and follow Tajik_gov. It's not Tajikistan_gov. We are Tajik_gov. We are actually active.
I thought we were Tajikistan_gov, and Tajik was the inactive one.
Let me do some quick confirmation. I get them confused.
I'm 1,000,000,000% sure we're Tajikistan, and Tajik is the inactive one.
Yeah, never mind. Okay, scratch that. We are Tajikistan_gov. We are Tajikistan_gov. The inactive is Tajik_gov.
Right.
We're sitting at only 2 followers.
Yeah.
You only follow one person. If you want to know who it is, go check the account.
Because we're not going to tell you, but it's pretty fucking funny.
I'm pretty sure we've mentioned it on the show before, but if you want to know now, here, go follow.
Or
check who we're
go
following.
watch like, let me think.
The
When
past 10 episodes.
Yeah, I think we started that like 4 episodes ago. So go watch 12 hours of content if you want to figure it out.
Yeah. So we happy announced cover athletes on Buzkashi 2K25. No cover yet, but no cover yet design. But athlete are as follow: Atash Hoshmand of Bukhtar Bulls, Darab Kamran of Rokhun Ravens, Fermars Piru of Club Miners.
Yep.
I'd look up some Tajikistan cities to be able to get those
Because we only know
names.
Dushanbe.
Yeah, we only knew Dushanbe. I know Bukhtar now because of that tweet, but I can't remember the other two already. I've already forgot.
Yeah.
Bukhtar is we've mentioned that one a couple times.
Shout out to
I think
Tajikistan, man.
the
I still have my
yeah,
Tajik
yeah,
flag
shout out
up.
to Tajikistan, man. Mine's folded up in my room right now. I've got mine up in a safe place.
So you
I
trying to
mean, it's
ambush
like,
Cody Rhodes and John Cena after after the SmackDown and like, sign our Tajik flags?
do you think anybody in that roster has ever heard of Tajikistan? Really?
No. I don't think a single
I'm
one of
sure
them
there's
is
a few.
aware of Tajikistan.
I'm sure there's a few from Asia who haven't even heard of it.
Probably. I mean, the country's this big.
Tajikistan is such an obscure country. While we're at it, shout out Bo, shout out Larry, shout out Christy, shout out Buzkashi, shout out Bo again because he's Boat.
Yeah.
Shout out Sean, shout out Beanie,
Shout out
shout out
Chicken Burger.
KFC, shout out KFC Australia, shout out KFC Australian Girl, shout out
Yeah.
Chicken Burger, shout out Water, shout out Moo Juice, anti shout out Kaylee because she hates me for some reason. Shout out Cody Rhodes.
Cody.
I'm not forgetting
Cody
here.
Rhodes.
Rhodes,
Shout out Jamie
Cody
Hayter
Rhodes.
for however many more
Shout out Jimmy
times.
Hater. Shout out Megan Bain.
Shout out Dakota
Shout
Kai,
out Will Ospreay.
recently released.
Dakota Kai, if you're wanting to promote your future matches or promote yourself some more, you're always welcome on the show, free of charge.
Oh, shout out
You're always
Maven
welcome to come on.
Huffman, because did you see his
Shout out
most
Maven.
recent video?
Yeah, where he snuck backstage at AEW.
Yeah. That's
Fantastic
so
video. I
good.
love Maven
That was
so much.
such a good video.
I love Maven, bro. Like, Maven is genuinely the best wrestler turned influencer, whatever you want to call him. Maybe even the best who's like, I'm talking about like among active and retired. He is truly the best.
Mhm.
I love Maven so much, man. I want to get Maven on here to interview someday.
My favorite part of that video, he was in the catering room. He's like, so we got
Yeah.
chicken, we got pork, we got beef, we got chicken. He's like, there's people just calmly eating in the background. He's like, you know, back when I was in wrestling, this is right where I'd be all the time, trying to put energy into my body, trying to eat as much of this as possible. You know, it's like, Maven, stop interrupting these guys' lunch.
I love Maven, man. I love how he just goes up to the security guard when he's pulling into the arena. He's like, I don't know if I'll be on the list. Maven,
Yeah.
Huffman. He's like, oh, can I just park over there?
Yeah. He's like,
Yes,
yeah, can I
man.
park next to that truck
Yeah.
there? Yeah. Right for that.
I
He's
love
like, you know,
Maven.
most of the time, if you just act important, people will just let you through. Yeah.
Listen, that's a top, like that's a top 3, maybe even top 2 lesson you can learn from watching internet videos, right? If you act important enough, people will let you through. You know what the number 1 lesson you can learn from watching videos on the internet is, Tommy boy?
Don't be gay.
I was gonna say anything can be a 2-man job if you
Oh, if you're lazy enough.
have a
Yeah.
yeah, if you're lazy enough to have 2 men. I was trying to think of what the order was. Anything can be a 2-man job if you're lazy enough and have 2 men.
Truly.
That's my favorite quote I've ever come up with. Shout out Christy for letting me write that on the work whiteboard one time.
It stayed up there for a while too.
Oh, it did?
Yeah.
Like how long?
At least a week.
Wow.
Boat's goodbye letter stayed up there for like 2 months.
Cause he's Boat, man.
Yeah.
Shout out Boat.
Biggest shout out to Boat. He was so awesome. He is so awesome. I love him.
Big shout out all the time to Boat.
Man, you wouldn't happen to have made any Jeopardies recently, would you?
I have not happened to. I've been working on something,
Okay. Yeah,
but
I didn't make any
I'm still
Jeopardies.
not a Jeopardy, but I've been working on something else. It's still pretty good ways from completing. I've been speed running through making it today though.
Okay, yeah. I did not make a Jeopardy because I did not have the time. I've been working, you know.
Right.
But
That's normal.
yeah, we don't need to do one every episode. It gets to be a lot after a
It
while.
is it is bring yeah it starts getting a little repetitive.
Yeah. Not to say we don't basically have a formula to this show now, but it's okay to deviate from it.
Yeah. I mean, we finally discovered like what our formula is though, and like I think that's what we were missing for the longest time, was having a formula.
Yeah.
Because the first few episodes, the off camera era were like the dark ages.
Yeah.
I
I
go
thought,
back and watch those episodes, and I just like I don't like the way I sounded on, because like I didn't know how to sound on camera. I was a little,
yeah.
I don't know if it was like nerves or whatever. I was like trying to sound different, but
Same here, yeah.
I, it's like I go back and watch, like, not really watch, because there's nothing to watch, but I go back and listen to episodes 1 or 2 sometimes, and it's just so different, man.
Yeah,
So different than what it is now.
yeah, whenever I go back and watch those old ones, like, the main thing, dude, we interrupt each other constantly.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
we don't take a break from anything. We're both talking at the same time about two different things. Just,
yeah.
and,
Constantly,
yeah.
constantly.
And, like, we really, yeah, we didn't have any sort of formula, any sort of idea of, like, what we're gonna do. We were just like,
What?
oh, this thing happened today. Also, there's this. You want to look at this? Yeah. Oh, let's look at some pictures on the internet. It's just random stuff. I feel like now we've, I don't know if it's really a formula, but we know what we're doing.
Yeah. I still can't get rid of the fact it took me like 3 or 4 episodes to learn how the intro is supposed to go.
Yeah.
You had to yell at me after every episode about the intro for like the first, I guess, 2 weeks of the podcast.
Yeah, maybe not 2 weeks, but yeah, for the first while, it was like, well, actually, I don't remember if I had the idea for the intro
What's
like
going on? Whatever.
formulated on the first one, but I sort of had an idea of
Right.
how I wanted to do it. And after that, I was
Yeah.
like, all right, this should be the intro. And it took us like 4 videos to get that down because we kept like talking at different points and saying different things. It works though. We're here.
I love
You know.
I love how I didn't tell you my idea for the outro until like there was a minute left in the first episode. I'm like, oh yeah, by the way, just a little idea I had for the outro. Now it's become like one of my favorite parts.
Yeah, me too. I
It's because
I
like,
love hearing whatever you got cooked up because I made a couple of them, but
yeah,
you do 90% of them easily, if not more. And yeah, I love hearing what you got cooked up. I love when I'm like, hey, this might be an idea, and then like 2 3 days later you say it. I'm like, hey, you said the thing. You said yeah. I get so hyped up.
yeah. There's still a few years that I don't think I've used yet, so I might have to like start digging into those at some point, because I've started running out. It's like I was just on out in Pigeon Forge the other day. I just
Hmm.
randomly had the idea. I got thinking. I don't know how, but I got thinking to myself about the game, and I'm like, oh my god, I just lost the game. Dang it! And then I'm like, oh my god, I could turn that into an outro.
Yeah.
Like, they come from the weirdest places. Like when we first started, I had like a long list. I had like a list of, I think, 40 made, and now we're like episode 42, right?
Hmm.
And I'm almost completely out of ideas.
Yeah.
So I need to start thinking of more.
Oh.
Hopefully soon.
Okay. I thought of one. I think I might have actually sent you this already, but I don't think you've used it yet. I won't say it in case you want to use it, but I'll text it to you really quick. Uh,
Okay.
uh, what's it? Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
It's a horribly crafted text, but I got the point across. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I sent you that one already,
I,
but I think that one's pretty
that's
funny.
very crudely worded. It's very I'm sure I can craft that into something
Yeah,
possibly in the future.
yeah. I mean, obviously you wouldn't say tip waiter suck or something, but
Yeah.
but yeah, just the
I'm
last 5 words that it could
okay.
work.
Sure. I had to count out the last 5 words myself for a second there.
Me too. I almost said 4, and then I looked. I'm like, no, that's 5. That's 5. Don't say 4.
That yeah. The I feel like just some point in the future, if we ever do somehow make it big, there's gonna be a supercut compilation of just like every single outro I've ever said,
Yeah.
and I
Eventually,
hope
I mean,
I yeah I hope that there's no repeats in there at all.
there probably won't be. I, Eventually, we're gonna have such dedicated fans probably making clips for us. I want to
Yeah.
see like a mega compilation of every inside joke that we can't keep track of, because we have so many of them that have like basically just become part of
Right.
our vernacular now, and it'd be so funny just to see a clip of like every single time one of us says like a certain thing.
Like Buzkashi or something,
Yeah, like every time we mention
or
Buzkashi, every time we mention India, every time we shout out whatever.
a 30-minute video of just like every time we've said the word Tajikistan.
Yeah, yeah, just
I'm
how
I'm
how much of
sure
our
I'm
show
sure
has
by
been the word Tajikistan?
I'm sure somebody's actually gonna count out now well, not now, but at
Yeah.
some point in the future, somebody's gonna count out every single word or make some sort of AI or bot to count out every single word we've ever said, and then the percentage of them being Tajikistan.
Wow.
I'm
It's
sure it'd be
probably
like
like
less than
point zero
like a
one. Yeah.
4%, but yeah, maybe just like a combination of like Tajikistan, Buzkashi, all the people we shout out, whatever. It's
Yeah.
just different words. See what the makeup is.
Man, that'd be incredible.
That would be.
Man. Speaking of incredible, did you ever watch The Incredibles movie?
I believe I did. I believe I did when I was really little. It's been a while, but I believe I have.
So Elastigirl, right? The wife, she's stretchy.
Hear me out.
So how do we know her ass is real? What if she's just stretching out to look like that? I mean, look,
Well,
she got a thick, round, plump as booty, but it might not be real. It might be Elastigirl. It might not be her normal cheekage. We'll say.
I feel like we all, and again, you can tell me if you weren't in on this. I feel like we all kind of had a thing for the dog when we were like 10 years old, but as we matured, we began to realize Elastigirl's where it's at. That was my journey.
I don't think I ever liked the
Mm.
girl, but Elastigirl it was always my taste.
Her name was like Violet, right?
Yeah, yeah, I think it's Violet.
Violet, yeah. For me, like when I was like 10, 11, Violet was where it's at. But then I matured. I was like 14, 15. I'm like, nah, man, last girl.
I think I've always just been into like at least 20-year-old women. Like even as like a kid, I thought like
Right.
Gwen from Total Drama Island was hot. They're all like
Like everybody,
18, 19,
everybody thinks
something like that.
Gwen is.
I mean, who doesn't?
I mean,
One of the hottest cartoon characters
Gwen.
ever. Yeah. Or
I
like,
mean, like I'm not gonna say that.
oh,
I'm not gonna sit here and say that I didn't have a thing for her when I was like watching that show growing up.
I'll say watching Twilight as a kid made me have a crush on Bella Thorne for a while.
Ella Thorne in Twilight.
Yeah, she's the main chick, right?
In Twilight.
I'm, I'm pretty sure that's her, right?
That was not Bella Thorne. That was what was her name? Kristen Stewart.
Why? I don't know if I believe that. I'm gonna look it up.
Kristen Stewart was the main actress in Twilight. Kristen Stewart, I mean.
Oh, okay, yeah, alright, I'm retarded. Anyway, yeah, her, not Bella Thorne.
Now Bella Thorne though is, yeah, I will absolutely hear out on Bella Thorne.
I don't know about anymore, or really over the last, like, 6 or 7 years, she's gone down this weird, ugly hippie route, but she was hot for a long time.
Bella Thorne is just she was from that like golden age of Disney where they were just like putting out banger after banger after banger after banger, to quote Seamus.
Yeah, that was Drew
Think
McIntyre,
of all the
not
shows that
Sheamus.
came from that era.
No,
No,
actually, it was
Seamus
Sheamus
just
too.
said banger after banger
Yeah,
after banger.
well,
It was
yeah,
Seamus.
I was thinking the Drew McIntyre roast, but now it's looking like burger after burger after
Uh,
burger.
yeah, you got to say it in the Scottish accent. But no, it's
Burger
been burger
after
after
burger
burger
after
after
burger.
burger.
Yeah.
That reminds me, I saw something incredible earlier. I'm gonna have to log into Twitter real quick on the computer so I can screenshot this. Probably using the Tajikistan account.
Okay.
I think I've got a screenshot of the username so I can show you. This is like something really cool. Hey, give me one moment to find the dude.
All right. While you're looking that up, I'm gonna microwave my lasagna because I'm a hungry boy. God damn,
Was
this
he?
lasagna is amazing. I love making lasagna. It's one of my favorite things to make. Pants is
Here we go.
falling
Here he
down.
is. Who's that?
Nope. Okay.
Should hopefully still be up. It was. Saw this 9. So
Would you like to? Oh my god! You know what I realized at work?
what's that?
So in the morning, I know I should know all day now. When I'm walking by the back porch theater and there's not a show going on, they have this one like guitar chord playing, or I guess it's a song, but it's like 3 chords just over and over. Anyways, I don't remember what the movie's from, but I know it has Bruce Willis in it, and there's a song he sings where it's like, "Would you like to swing on a star, carry moonbeams home in a jar?" Anyways, the guitar chord that plays through the back porch theater syncs up almost perfectly to that song. The chorus part of it matches up perfectly with one of the
Ooh.
chords. The only thing that doesn't
Oh.
quite match up is that where the verses would be, the chorus that plays during that part is a chord short. If it had one more note, it would sync up perfectly with that song.
All right. Are you ready for this incredible thing I found earlier?
Yeah, let's see it.
Again, I'm looking at this from the government of Tajikistan account, right?
Of course.
So I'll let you come back before I look at this.
I'm looking. I just grabbed my lasagna.
All right. So this is have you heard of FCW? So not
Yeah,
FWC that
yeah.
Sean's one. I'm talking about FCW. So this is like, for those out of the loop, WWE has a developmental territory called NXT. Way before NXT, like I'm talking about like in the 2000s, they had FCW, Florida Championship Wrestling. Guys like Dolph Ziggler, Sheamus, Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, like a lot of the big stars went through this. Before FCW, there was OVW. That's where Randy Orton, John Cena, Batista, all those came from. So in
Shout out
between
Batista.
NXT and OVW was this
Yeah.
FCW. So you have Evan Bourne, right? We're not going to read all of these. That's Dolph Ziggler's. Here's
Sheamus.
Sheamus's. So it has April, May, and June of. This is 2008 because this is he obviously started September 07. I'm assuming that's when he started and how long
Hold
he's
on.
been in the
So these are
company
all for
for at that
sale?
point. Yeah, in a Facebook group somewhere.
Can I buy them?
You probably have to reach out to this dude and be like, "Give me the Facebook group to buy these." But sure.
Andrew Dice
So
Clay. Okay, let me look that up.
it's Dice. So he has no Drew. So it's Ian Drew Dice Clay. It's
Yeah.
Ian Drew Dice Clay. There we go. I finally got it. Maybe it's Ian Drew. I'm pretty sure there's an actor named Andrew Dice Clay or a
Yeah.
singer or something. It's Ian Drew Dice Clay. Anyway, so April. Again, I'm assuming this is '08. Ring 7, promo 7, attitude 7. May is the same, and then June is 7, 8, 10. Uh, he was 6'4", 260. He didn't make it to FCW till he was already 30. I looked it up. I'm pretty sure he's like 47 now. And he's still going at an absurd level.
Yeah.
Shout out Sheamus. Great look, but a little inexperienced, which is no crime. He's eager to learn something, a million questions. On my response to him, he immediately replied to his in-ring work. A humble student with great attitude, good interview. Good look, and look and good promo. White skin ready. I love how one of the comments is literally white skin.
Mm-hmm.
White skin ready. Sheamus really trying hard to understand storytelling in matches, but he still needs experience to become more seasoned. Tom Pritchard, one of the trainers that owns the school where Sean got his training from. Fun fact. You know that?
No.
I'm pretty sure right there. He's one of the trainers. Pretty sure where Sean got trained.
Hmm.
Sheamus is progressing well, has the passion and dedication to make whatever something has cut off him work. Definitely a keeper. Unique looking sound. Needs more in ring work, but the best opportunity that comes his way, good attitude. Dusty Rhodes right here. Sheamus
Hell
is
yeah.
ready made for a confrontation with Finley. Sheamus cuts a good promo, has ideas about who his character is. I'm very high on him. Shout out Dusty Rhodes. Rest in peace. And then Ricky Steamboat, work has improved a lot. Has good look, good promo. Could be real something.
When did Dusty die?
2015, I think.
Oh.
15 or
Okay.
16, I want to say. Got some kids right there. Bella Twins. There's Drew McIntyre.
Oh hell yeah.
There's Colt Cabana.
Mm-hmm.
The Tiffster. So not Tiffany Stratton. This is like somebody long ago named Tiffany.
Yeah.
There's another one hidden down here somewhere. Somebody commented. Heath Slater right here.
Wow.
I don't know if there's any more. That's the only one that I saw.
Okay. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
pretty
you got
cool.
Kevin Bourne. You got like a whole bunch of people.
Well, I sent the guy a DM asking where I can buy them, because do you know how fucking cool that would be to get an FWC paper? Like, I'd frame that shit.
FCW, but yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we
That's
talk
that's
about
the only
FWC so much. Yeah.
that's the only concern I have with having the company name or him wanting to name the company FWC. That's so close to that really popular, really well known FCW developmental territory that I guess it does no longer exist, but it's
Yeah.
still a pretty big name.
Yeah. I mean, so what?
I'm still a rock star. I got my rock
Rock
moves.
moves. Yeah.
And I don't need you, and guess
Fun.
what?
I
Yeah.
have more fun. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not a Pink fan, but man, that song is
Yeah, that song in
classic.
particular, yeah. Also, I think Pink did a collab with Eminem on Revival, and I thought it was good. Apparently, a lot of people didn't, but I thought it was good.
I can't say I've heard it.
Well, it's yeah. I forget which song it was where Eminem referenced people not liking that itself. There's like Pink Fiance this and Kalani that. I just added the fuel on my rocket pack, so I'm ready to respond when I'm launched at it. Idiotic from the fucking embryonic sac to the body bag. Chloroseptic, I'll be back when I am. I'll be at your fucking throat like Chloroseptic. It was the Chloroseptic remix with 2 Chainz and whoever else is on it, Crazy Bob or something.
Shout out Pink for that one specific song right there.
Yeah.
I mean, sorry, Tommy Boy.
It's alright. I like Eminem. Oh, Savage.
I'm talking about this coffin.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm talking about the coffin.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah. Shut up.
Allergies in the South are no joke, man. Even if I've lived here my entire life, my immune system is still adjusted to them.
You know, that's the great thing about me. My immune system's like, hey, there's bad stuff out there. Oh well. When I get sick, you know, once or twice a decade, and it's for like no more than a day. I'm just a beast. I can't be stopped. A little bit of pollen, a little bit of tree cum. Yeah, fuck off. Don't bother me.
I think I get like bad illnesses, kind of like what I went through a couple weeks ago or a week and a half or so ago, whatever it was, around WrestleMania time. I think I go through those maybe 2 or 3 times a year, and every time it's just physically draining. I get very physically drained when I'm sick. I had to put off recording yesterday just because, like I couldn't move the past couple of days. Then I put down a greasy baconator and all that today. So then I realized, like, well, if I can put that down without throwing anything up, I think I'm good to record for 3 hours.
Hey, that's
That brings us to now. That brings us to now.
Yeah. Speaking of now, what should we talk about now? This is usually about the point that we'd be like, anyway, so we got a Jeopardy and a tier list, and but we don't got any of that. We gotta have no clue. 3 hours of raw content.
It's like I'm frantically working on something as we speak. I'm about 70% done with it. We'll reveal it. Like, I don't think I'll be able to get in this episode. I was trying to get it done, but then I realized, like, yeah, I probably can't get it done this episode because I'm only about 70% done with it.
Okay.
And I'm working quickly.
I feel like saying 70% done doesn't exactly entail how long it's gonna take, because we're only like an hour and 20 minutes into this, and like if you got 70% of it done, I feel like the other 30% is only gonna take like 20 minutes, unless this is like a multi-day thing.
You think? I mean, I'm working on it right now as we speak.
Yeah.
We might have to prolong the episode if I do get it done.
We can do that.
But
do another 5-hour special.
And we've not had a 5-hour special in a while, so if we can keep thinking of things to yap about, keep these people entertained, while I frantically get this thing done.
I can talk about how goddamn good this lasagna is. I love making lasagna. It's one of my favorite foods. And I always just love it with everything. Just sauce, cheese, sausage. This shit is stuffed. It's delicious.
You know what I've recently discovered that I love, that I was sleeping on for years and thought I hated?
Lasagna?
No, I was going to say meatloaf, man. For years, I thought I hated meatloaf. But I've recently discovered I love it.
It's just beef burger.
It. Yeah, I don't know why, but for years I thought it looked nasty and disgusting, and I heard of, like, horror stories of it and stuff, and I'm like, I try it. And my parents make it, and I'm like, what was I missing out on? And then I try it from this place in Sevierville. It's called Five Oaks. Shout out Five Oaks, not sponsored. Fantastic breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I mean, place is like phenomenal.
Yeah.
My God. It's awesome, man. Just meatloaf. Hold up. I gotta ask you a very important question, Tommy Boy, right? I've seen this debated. Onion or no onion in yours?
So here's the thing. The way people put onion in it pisses me off because they put huge pieces of onion and it's like crunchy in there. That's just
Like if
garbage,
I'm talking
okay?
about, right,
You
I'm talking
dice it.
about like,
Hold on. You dice it up real small. I'm talking like smaller than quarter-inch pieces, like whatever the smallest cube of onions you can make. You fry them in a pan, all right. You get them all sizzled up, tasting good.
mm,
You put that in the meatloaf. Oh my goodness! But I do put other seasonings in it too. Like I put mustard, like not like French's yellow mustard. Like I get like mustard seed, like the stuff they make the sauce from, and just crush it up in like a mortar and pestle. A little bit of paprika, a little bit of garlic, and a lot of black pepper. Well, I guess not black pepper. I got a three peppercorn mix, which is black pepper, red peppercorn, and I forget what the other one is, but it's basically just three different peppercorns. Anyways, that shit tastes amazing. And then you rub the ketchup on top before you bake it.
mm, delicious.
Do you put onion in it?
Now, so whenever we make it at home, my mom doesn't like onion, so
Okay.
she doesn't put it in it. But I've had meatloaf since with onion in it, and it's a game changer when it's done right.
Mm-hmm.
It is truly a game changer when it's done right. Because I personally like onion. Like I like onion on my burgers. I put onion on salads. Sometimes it's an option, just like light amounts. If it's
Mm-hmm.
not like a sandwich or something, I'll keep it. It's like I love onion rings, onion straws, that sort of stuff. So
Yeah, I'm not a huge onion fan of like physical onions, but if it's a part of something, I don't mind it. Especially if it's like I said, like really, really fine chopped, sautéed, soft onions. I don't like the crunch of it, like raw onions. That shit, I can't get with it. Raw onions taste horrible to me. You
yeah,
get them
raw onion I
sautéed
can't
real
do.
nice, get them real lightly chopped up, real finely chopped up, and you get a sort of onion paste out of it. You smear that on like the bun of a burger. It's amazing. Like I said, put in some meatloaf. It's amazing. You make some sauces with it. Like I make like orange chicken sauce, and I'll like put a little bit of sautéed onion in it, and it's a game changer. It's good. I can't get with the raw onion though.
I'm just like I can't eat onion by itself, but if it's like mixed in with like something, man, it doesn't matter what it is, a sandwich, a burger, fry, even if you just like deep fry 'em, man, I love them. Like they add so much flavor to pretty much everything they're in.
Yeah, yeah.
When it's not like the primary flavor you're tasting, other than like onion rings, of course,
Mm-hmm.
it's awesome. It's like same thing with like pickles. I can't eat pickles at
I
all,
hate
but
pickles.
I love some fried pickles. But I love fried pickles.
I don't even like
I don't know
those.
what it is.
I don't even like pickle flavored things. Like I tried some pickle flavored
Yeah,
chips.
that I can't do.
Horrible.
Seen at a Cracker Barrel before? They have a it's a pickle cotton candy.
I haven't eaten there in like 10 years.
Oh my god, Cracker Barrel is
I
so good.
I almost said the N word. um,
Um,
yeah, no, there's a joke about instead of going to the Cracker Barrel, you go to the box, and I almost said it.
no, no.
Yeah, I caught it though. I was like, I can't say it.
One of these days you're gonna slip up and say it.
I feel like I have already, and I don't realize it.
And like 10, 15 years from now, we'll be on episode 889 or something, and somebody's just gonna dig it up.
Yeah.
It's gonna be the end of our career.
And honestly, if someone does find like an old tweet or like an old clip of me saying it, I'll just start saying it more.
Anything from your Twitter, anything from your Twitter.
Who the fuck cares what I say on Twitter?
I'm sure somebody's gonna care.
And if they do, I'm gonna call them the N-word.
You do that.
I mean, what's they gonna do? What? Oh, that person who already doesn't like me is still gonna not like me because I call him the N-word? Oh well. I got a black friend. He said it's okay. He gave me the pass.
Uh,
Just saying.
by the way, ever heard anything from your black friend about being on the show?
Not about being on the show. He's just been off like committing crimes, doing bad shit. Being black.
Black activities.
Yeah. Nah. He's pretty cool though. I don't know. I see him on his story all the time, like driving Lambos and like hanging out
Uh,
uh his what's he called? His nephew. Yeah.
are the Lambos legally acquired?
Yeah.
Really?
I mean, he would tell me if he stole a Lambo.
I mean, if I stole a Lambo, not saying I would, but if I did, I wouldn't tell anybody.
Yeah, but see, here's the thing about
Uh,
black people. Their prefrontal cortex isn't as developed as white people's.
yeah.
They don't have as much rational thinking.
Oh man. And you ever see those videos? Again, I'm not coming up with this at all. I'm talking about a comment I saw. It was a like a black cruise ship. I'm talking about a cruise ship full of only African Americans. Do you see what
Hmm.
the top comment on it was?
No.
It was a Sea of Thieves. Was the top comment. It was like a bunch of black people dancing and singing like uh music on a cruise ship, and
Yeah,
the top comment was Sea of Thieves.
it's hilarious.
That just black activities, man.
Yeah, being loud, twerk, eat hot chip.
Shoot gun. That's about as far as it goes.
Yeah. I think still to this day, probably the most badass thing I've ever seen happen on a podcast was on PKA. I think it was sometime in the early 300s. Kyle, formerly FPS Russia, was recording the podcast outside in a Ghostbusters outfit, and it wasn't really clear why. Until about halfway through the episode, he pulled out a flamethrower and just started burning shit behind him. And I think at some point I've got to figure out something to top that as like the most insane podcast moment of all time that I can pull off. I don't know what that's gonna be, but I want to top that at some point.
I think the best moment for us at this point would be somehow, some way reconnecting with KFC Australia. But I don't want to run my
Yeah,
international phone bill up. I don't want to run the phone bill up by going international because that's the only thing we don't have with ours is international.
I want you to meet KFC Australian girl so bad and finally get a girlfriend.
We mentioned her in basically every episode.
Every single episode since episode 5 has mentioned KFC Australian girl.
Yeah, with the exception of maybe like 2 or 3 where I forgot to do my chat about chat Larry chat whatever thing, but man,
Yeah, she's really a staple of the show. She is one of the pillars of our
it's-
content.
I feel like if that would have happened in an episode right about now, we probably would have blown up.
Oh
I
yeah,
don't know why. I just get the feeling that if we had saved that for like a later episode, it would have been something special. But nobody's going back and watching the early on camera days or the anything around that time.
oh, you know what I should do? I should clip that and make that a moment.
Ooh.
I don't know, why
I mean,
haven't
you have
I
to
done
do a
that?
lot of searching for it, but you have to do a lot of searching for it.
I just
But
gotta listen to episode 5 and just scroll through it, find the part where we're doing international prank calls, and it's only like 4 of them.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
We call it Chicken Burger. We call it KFC Australia, McDonald's Thailand, and and KFC Tajikistan.
And we called that bed and breakfast too, but they kind of hung up on me.
Yeah. Hey, shout out to Tajikistan. just one more time.
Shout out to Tajikistan indeed.
Oh, and I guess since they're behind me, shout out Rey Mysterio, shout out Mick Foley, and shout out Sin Cara. Because, I don't know, they're here. I can give them a shout out.
If you want to find anything to keep us entertained while I'm working this thing in the background, be my guest.
Well, but if you're working on it
Oh,
and I bring up.
I'm now officially exactly 70% done.
How do you know that?
That's something that's easy to track by metric, by numbers, just by what I'm looking at.
Still gives me no insight to what we're doing, and I want to
Yeah,
figure it out.
exactly. That's the point. That's the point.
Oh, all right. Well, I'll look. I have an idea. I'll look for something for us to do really quick.
Okay. Again, we could do a potential 5-hour special,
Yeah.
but who knows how long this thing might take to get through. It depends on how it tends to show the audience. But
Mm-hmm. Man, there's so many of these.
I have a feeling I know what you're looking at, just because it's a staple of what we do.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
Can we
it's
do
gonna be
this
a
one?
yeah, it's gonna be a tier list, isn't it?
It might be. I don't think.
For
No,
chance.
we can do. Okay, we can do this one, but I don't want to do that one. Man, there's just so many to pick from.
I mean, if you have anything in mind specifically you want to do, it doesn't have to be about Smash side chick material or anything. It'd be
I know.
something completely different.
All right. I have it settled between two. I'm just looking at all the options here to try to figure out which one is better.
Okay.
Okay. I'm not. Yeah. Okay. I don't know most of these, so. Yeah. All right. We're gonna do this one.
All right.
Let's pull it up here. Alright, from the Alex Trebek. No, we're not doing Jeopardy.
I was about to say.
So, the ultimate cartoon tier list with 516 shows.
Okay, wow, let's do this. We're shooting for the moon here.
So,
5-hour
so
special
we've
or
got
longer.
so we got Goat, underrated, flawed, sadly went downhill. Well, these kind of suck actually. I'm gonna change some of these. All right, Goat. That's fine. Uh, let's see. What's like slightly less than a goat? I don't know.
Uh,
Uh, sure. Absolute Cinema.
sure.
Uh, no. Hold on. All right. We got like A. We do for B. B tier. Perfect. Uh, could have been better.
Sure.
delete the hype. We're just gonna delete this one. Yeah, and then trash. We don't need that one. We can just put that no idea. Alright, and then heard about it, but never watched it, and no idea. I think this will work out pretty good.
And
So,
that's
alright.
fantastic.
So, starting at the top, 101 Dalmatians.
The show?
Yeah, not the movie. I've never seen this, so.
Yeah, I've never seen the show either.
Spider-Man, the animated series from, like, 1980. So that's the one
Yeah,
where all
that's
the
another
funny
one that I
memes come
never.
from. I I've seen
Yeah,
it.
the point meme.
It's pretty good. I mean, I don't think it's great by any standards, but it's funny. It has moments.
Yeah,
Two Stupid
like the
Dogs. Never
point
heard of
meme.
it.
I've heard of it. I've heard of it.
Okay.
Vaguely remember hearing about it.
DuckTales. Now I remember DuckTales. This,
DuckTales!
this is absolute
Woo!
cinema to me.
Yeah, man, DuckTales is absolute cinema. DuckTales! Woo!
Peppa Pig. Oink Oink. One of the most annoying shows of all time.
Trash, man.
Yeah.
It's
16. Never heard of it.
oh my god, dude. 16 is like I'd say it's B tier. It was really good.
Okay.
I didn't remember
I
seeing
can do
much of
that.
it. It became a Cartoon Network. It was a Canadian show. It was on Cartoon Network for like a year, maybe total. I've seen a few episodes of it. It was so good.
I'll take your word for it. Uh, the 7D. Never heard of it.
Yeah, I never heard of it.
Uh, the DuckTales modern reboot. I don't think I've seen this.
I'm not seeing the modern one. I've not seen the modern one.
Scooby Doo, dude, one of the greatest
Are
series
we
of
talking
all
about
time.
are we talking about Scooby Doo? Where are you?
Uh, okay, this one is a pup named Scooby Doo.
I've never seen a pup named Scooby Doo because I assume if it's 500, they're gonna have every single variation of Scooby Doo on here.
Probably, yeah. I do
I've never
remember the
seen a
good
pup named Scooby
ones.
Doo now, but if we're talking about Scooby Doo, where are you?
Yeah, that'll probably be. This is an alphabetic,
Scooby
so we
Dooby
got
Doo, where are
C
you?
D E F G H I J K L M N O P Q R. Yeah, we got the other Scooby Doo's down here.
Okay,
Anyways, Real Monsters? Never heard of that, but it looks cool. I might go and watch that later.
heard of but never seen it.
Okay. Ace Ventura. I never knew they made a cartoon of that.
Yeah, same. I've never heard of the cartoon.
Adventure Beast? Never heard of that either.
Never heard of it. I'm sure we're gonna.
But
Most of these I've never
Adventure
heard of it, but
Time. One of the most goated shows of all time. No questions asked. No words
dare
needed.
I say, no questions asked?
Yeah. Uh, Sonic the Hedgehog. I am aware of it. I've
Mm,
never watched it though.
yeah, same. I knew they made a few Sonic cartoons over the years, but
I can't even read what the fuck that says. Gamma boots? Gamma bears? I think, yeah, gamma bears, I think is what it says, because there's bears on here. I don't know what that is.
I'm just gonna go ahead and also say never heard of it because I don't know what that is.
I've also never heard of Agent Elvis. I don't know, it could be a cool show. It sounds cool, but
Could be, but
Aladdin. I've seen Aladdin. I like it. I think it's B
they made a
tier.
cartoon series out of it.
Yeah,
I didn't know they made a TV show out of it.
I think it's like B tier. It's pretty good. Uh,
Okay, I'll take your word on it.
All Grown Up? I mean, I recognize those as the Rugrats. I didn't know they made an All Grown Up.
I've heard so much about it. I never actually watched it.
Okay. The all-new Super Friends Hour, which is just a bunch of DC characters.
Yeah, I never seen it either.
Yeah, like I've seen the individual shows of everyone here, but I've never seen that show. This text is so washed out I can't fucking read it. I have no idea. Alvin and the
Yeah, that's
Chipmunks.
the ooh, the original?
Yeah, the old one.
Oh god, that's what's the one that's below goated?
Absolute Cinema. That's what I was thinking.
Absolute Cinema.
Yeah.
That original is so like it's just something about it. I had like an old DVD set
Yeah, same.
with like a ton of episodes on it, man.
Alright.
So iconic.
The Amazing World of Gumball. Goated?
Absolute no words needed.
Okay, okay. I know some people thought that was the dumbest shit in the world. I thought it was amazing. Same with American Dad,
I
our
pump
next
fake you there.
entry. I think that's a goated show.
I was gonna say Absolute Cinema, but I'll let you put it wherever.
I think that deserves goated because I think I've said on here before that American Dad is like the only continuously ongoing show in the Seth MacFarlane comedy style that I think hasn't got as old as like Family Guy or the Cleveland Show or stuff like that. Like American Dad is one of the only ones that just continues to be funny.
Right.
Anyways, that is way too small for me to read. I don't know what that is.
Let me see if I can get you load real quick.
It's this one.
Okay, I don't recognize that. I'm kind of like switching in and out of the tab trying to get this thing
Yeah.
made.
The Amphibia. Looks like something about frogs and like a black girl. Never heard of it.
Yeah, I never heard of it either.
Also never heard of. I'm not quite sure what this next one says. I think it says Angela Anaconda.
Heard of it.
It looks horrific. It looks like a nightmare.
Yeah.
Uh, all the angry beavers. Oh man, like I remember it, but I don't remember it. Oh, dude, the Animaniacs. Holy shit.
Absolute goated, man.
Yeah.
Absolutely goated.
Apple and what the fuck does that say? Apple and onion? The fuck?
Uh,
Never heard of
ooh.
that.
Yeah, never heard of it. Never heard of it.
But I have heard of Aqua Teen Hunger Force. Goated.
Ah, yeah, goated.
Yeah, one of the best cartoons of all time. Shout out Adult Swim for making that.
Shout out entirely.
Arabian Nights? I don't think I've ever seen this.
Yeah, same. They're going like obscure with a lot of these.
Yeah, Arcane. I didn't know they made a show out of that.
Same.
Archer, though. Quite a good show.
Ooh.
I don't think it's
I've only seen
goated.
a few episodes.
Maybe not even
I've only
absolute
seen a few
cinema,
episodes.
but it is quite funny. Maybe B tier, or like
Yeah, I was gonna say, based on the episodes I've
maybe
seen,
could have been
B tier.
better. Yeah, I don't know. I'll give it B tier. The funny moments are better than the not funny moments. Arthur, goated man, right?
Oh man, see,
One of the best childhood cartoons.
I grew up on PBS Kids,
Yeah, love
man, and
PBS.
PBS Kids absolutely played like Arthur like every single day.
Mm-hmm.
Goated, man. It would be a sin against humanity to put it anywhere else.
Uh, Cold Ginger.
I
Never heard of that. Adamant. Never heard of that.
Mm.
can't even see what that one says. Atomic Girl or something. I don't know. I didn't know they made an Avengers cartoon. You ever see the Avengers cartoons?
No.
Oh, okay. I have seen Looney Tunes though. Absolute goated. One of the greatest shows of all
Absolutely.
time.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Uh. Oh my God! Did you ever see Barnyard?
Yeah, oh my god, yes.
Another goated dude. I have the Barnyard game on my PS2. That is still to this day one of my
Ooh.
favorite games. I booted my PS2 just to play that, like all the time. I love that game.
You know, I'm pretty sure Sam Elliott recorded the I don't know if it was on the show or the movie. He recorded a cover of I Won't Back Down by Tom Petty.
I
For
think
it was
yeah.
either the show or the movie of that.
I'm almost certain that was the movie.
Bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bro, that's such a good cover. It's my favorite cover of any Tom Petty song, unironically. And it
Yeah.
was just like a one-off for a Nickelodeon movie or a movie that was turned into a Nickelodeon show.
Yeah. One or the other.
And I
Uh,
won't
Back to the
back.
Future. Did you ever see this? I did not.
Not the show. No.
Uh, Banana Man.
No, never heard of it either.
Bananas in pajamas.
Oh, why are there so many?
I don't know.
Wait, I just realized that if it's in order, I just realized a commercial, not a commercial, a cartoon that I forgot.
Which would be
This is really obscure. This is Cartoon Network. Ever heard of Almost Naked Animals?
no.
Oh my god, how have you not heard of Almost Naked Animals?
Uh,
I swear it came on Cartoon Network. Just go look at images.
no. Look at my screen right now. Look at
I'm looking at
look
it.
at all the Rule 34 links.
Oh, well, that's Rule 34?
These are all adult
Oh
searches.
my god! Okay, just go look
I'm
at
not going
normal
to
images.
images.
Tommy boy, I swear it's PG. I swear it's PG. You have my word.
Okay.
You have my word.
I think you're gooning. uh,
No, this
anyways.
is a show that came on. This is a show that came on Cartoon Network, and I was like 10.
Uh huh.
They're wearing underwear, swim trunks, or something.
Anyways, Bat and Pat. Never seen it.
Never seen it.
Batman Beyond. I'm actually watching this right now. I don't watch cartoons that much, but like, whenever I got like 20, 30 minutes of free time to just like do something, I usually watch some old Batman cartoon, and Batman Beyond is one of my favorites. I think it's. I don't think it's goated. I think it's absolute cinema though. I don't know if you've seen it though. Do you watch Batman?
I've unfortunately not.
Okay.
I didn't watch a lot of superhero shows growing up, really.
Okay. I'm just gonna put all the Batman ones right here because they're all fantastic.
Go right ahead.
Baymax. Apparently they made a Big Hero 6 TV show.
Hey,
I don't know. I haven't seen that. Be
the
cool.
movie goated. I've never seen a
Yeah.
show.
Be cool, Scooby Doo. Feel
Okay,
like.
Be Cool, Scooby Doo.
Oh, now I'm seeing it. Yeah, I know what. This is the ugly
Yeah,
ass characters. Yeah, I don't like
Be
that.
Cool, Scooby Doo is like F tier.
Yeah, this just sucks. Yeah, it's just way too blown out for me to read. Beavis and Butthead.
Ooh, that's absolute cinema.
Yeah, and it's the reason that we have King of the Hill.
Yeah, and King of the Hill is one of my favorites.
Now we got Bee and Puppy Cat. That shit just
I've
sounds
heard
bad.
of it, but I never watched it.
Okay.
Yeah, I've heard of it. It was a Cartoon Network one, I'm pretty sure.
Uh, Beetlejuice. I didn't know they made a Beetlejuice cartoon, but it sounds cool.
I did not know either.
I don't know what all the different Ben 10s are, but we got 5 of them.
I've never seen any of them, honestly.
I
I was not
occasionally
not a
watched it as a
Benton fan.
kid, but I don't know anything about it, and it was not my type of cartoon. I didn't watch it much, so I'm just gonna put it in the herd about it.
Yeah.
I almost called this We Bare Bears. It's actually Mandela effect right here. Berenstein or Berenstain Bears?
Berenstain Bears.
It's the Berenstain, yeah.
Berenstain Bears, right? Berenstain Bears.
Fuck whoever changed it to
The
Berenstein. It's Berenstain.
I loved the Berenstain Bears growing up. I had a ton of the DVDs. I had a ton of the books.
Yeah.
I mean, like, it's just one of my comfort shows as a kid, man.
Same, man. This
Genuinely, like,
fantastic.
it's a show that anybody can enjoy. Like, I'm 20 years old and I still have fond memory of that show, and I'm like, one of the things I miss about childhood is just watching the Berenstain Bears, man.
Yeah, goated.
Absolutely, and no words needed. No other words needed, I should say.
What the fuck is that? Big City Greeps?
Big City Greens?
Greens?
Big
Okay.
City Greens, yeah, that's it definitely exists. I've seen a few episodes of it because I've had some younger family members who have watched it while I've been around.
Okay.
It's a show. It's one of the new Disney Channel cartoons, so it's
Uh-huh.
it's tolerable for a few minutes.
So, where does that
Probably
go?
right above trash.
Okay.
Right above trash. It's not awful.
Okay, here's also Big Hero 6, but it looks older. Never seen that still.
Hmm.
Big Nate. Almost said the N-word again. I was gonna call him Big, yeah, well, I don't know. Blasters something. I ain't seen that. I don't Blaze,
Same.
I don't know what the fuck that is. That looks like dog shit.
Wait, is that
What?
was that? Oh, I was about to say, like, I've heard of that one you just put away.
Oh, okay, I'll put it up there.
I've heard about it.
Blue's Clues, new and old. I think new,
Old, goated,
yeah,
new,
trash.
trash.
It's actually
Absolutely
bad.
trash
But
a million
old
times.
one, so
New.
goated. Goated with the sauce.
Yeah. Out Steve, man.
Bluey, man. Can I just put this in trash?
I was gonna say, I was gonna say I don't get the. I mean,
I just think it's bad.
I don't hate it.
Yeah,
Really, I
I don't
don't hate
hate
it.
it either. I don't like anything about it though.
I just, I mean, like, again, it's been another situation where like it's been on around me a few times, and it's just like, I get the hype. I get the hype.
I don't get the hype. Where would you rank it?
You want to meet
I'll
them?
give you this one.
You just want to meet in the middle. It could have been better since you hate it, and I don't really hate it.
Okay.
I was gonna say B tier, cause like I kind of get it. I'm not like one of the Facebook adult Bluey fans that are like there's actual like full Facebook pages I've seen called adult Bluey
I see
fans.
those people at work.
I'm not one of those. I'm not one of those.
Yeah, me neither. Bob's the Builder, though. I'm a Bob the Builder fan.
Bob the Builder, can we fix it? Bob the Builder.
Yes, we can.
I'm so disappointed that took you so long to respond.
So I was looking at something on my phone. What do we think? Absolute Cinema?
Blue Cinema, sure.
Bobby's World? Never seen this dude in my life.
Yeah, never heard of it.
Bob's Burgers, though. Let me just say, the first 3 seasons, goated. Every single episode after that, trash. I don't know what happened, but they lost the magic.
Yeah, sure.
So I don't know where I put it. I guess somewhere in the middle, which would be. I
B
guess
tier maybe.
could have been better, because it could have been. It was good, but it could have kept being good. All right, I know where you're gonna put this one. BoJack Horseman. We'll just put it in goated.
Absolutely,
Not gonna
man.
argue over that
Listen,
one. There's no
I
point arguing
could
over that one.
I could go on and on for a full episode and a half, basically about BoJack Horseman.
Yeah.
Granted, we don't need to do that right now, but
I mean, could. No.
how long of an episode do you want this to be?
15 hours.
We could shoot for a 15-hour episode at some point if you really truly wanted to.
Maybe not today. Bankers? I have no idea who the fuck Banker is.
Same.
I can't read that. It's way too small. Can't read that. It's way too small.
Let me see. Let me see if I
Breadwinners?
can show by the picture.
Uh,
Oh, that was the Nickelodeon one about the 2 ducks who deliver bread.
yeah, I've heard of
It's
it. I've never seen it.
I used to watch this. It was like right around the time I started outgrowing cartoons.
Mm-hmm.
Only saw like a few episodes of it, but it was tolerable for like a 10-year-old. So maybe
Alright.
like don't get the hype.
Alright. Yeah. Bunsen Beast?
Oh yeah, Bunsen is a Beast. That was made by the same guy that made Fairly Odd Parents. It's I've never seen it.
Okay. Buzz Lightyear? I didn't know he had his own cartoon.
Damn.
Now, what's Camp Lazzy? Is that what it says?
Oh, Camp Lazlo.
Lazlo, yeah, okay. I
Oh
remember the
my
show
god.
like a fever
Ah,
dream, like fondly, but I can't remember any details, but
man.
it was goated. I don't know.
Right. That I was gonna say it's like absolute cinema from the very
Yeah.
little I remember about it.
Uh,
Ooh, I
this
forgot it even
thumbnail,
existed.
like I know exactly what this is, but I, I can't tell you the name of it.
Here, wait. Oh yeah, same thing. I've seen that picture before, but
Like, I've seen this show before, but I can't think of what it's called. I remember it being pretty good though. I was like, I don't, I don't want to say B tier, but it kind of was, like from what I remember, but I don't remember that much. I don't know. I'm just gonna say heard about it because I don't feel fair reading that anywhere. Captain Caveman. I feel like I've seen that,
another one I never heard
but
of.
yeah. Oh, the Care Bears. I hate them.
This was more so the thing my sister would have been watching instead of me.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I'm just gonna say trash because I don't like it.
Sure.
Yeah, but Carmen San Diego, hear me out. I like Carmen San
I'm
Diego.
hearing you.
It's pretty good. You know?
Where in the world is Carmen San Diego?
Yeah. So you seen it? Well, what do you think? I think B tier.
I'm gonna say yeah, B tier's pretty fair.
Cars on the Road. Had no idea they made a Cars cartoon. I've seen all the movies though. They're all fantastic.
Damn,
Casper's Scare
I have
School,
I've
dude, such a
never
good
seen
show.
Scare School.
This is the only Casper I have seen. I love it. Oh my god. Oh, I'm starting to see some of the really good shows showing up in the bottom here. I'm excited over those. I say it could have been better. It wasn't great though. I have no
All
idea
right.
what this says. Oh wait, is that Castlevania? I have no idea.
I don't know.
But Cat Dog. You ever seen Cat Dog?
Oh man, Cat Dog is absolute cinema.
Yeah, yeah, it's fantastic. Same with like, I I would say Cat Scratch. Yeah, well, maybe not absolute cinema, maybe B tier. It was in that same vein of show, and it was pretty good.
Yeah.
Chalk Zone. Never heard of it.
Same.
Uh, Challenge of the GoBots? Just sounds gay. I don't know.
Does.
Chippendale. What does it say? Cuck Life? Oh, but Park Life? Oh, Pack Life. Pack Life. Chippendale Pack Life. I've never seen actually any of the Chippendales now that I think about it. But I am aware of them.
Same.
Chowder, dude. You ever watch Chowder?
I loved Chowder.
Goated, right?
Bro, Chowder is goated. I want to say this right now. Schnitzel is a top 5 cartoon character in Cartoon Network history.
For real.
Rada, rada, rada.
Rada, 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 rada. Yeah.
Rada, rada, rada. Bro, like, and Mung, too. Mung you can make an argument for.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
I
Alright.
feel like another one you got to put in there. I really hope Flapjack is on here. I can't really make out all the
Oh
thumbnails
my
and stuff.
god, yeah.
I hope to God the Marvelous
Let
Misadventure
me
of Flapjack is on here.
see. Let's see, let's see.
Probably be in the M's. Oh boy.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, hold on. I got Boondocks,
Good.
hell
Well, this
yeah.
really puts into perspective how many there are.
Uh, shit, where are them? Oh, here. Okay, M's.
MA, I think. See Mighty B on there. My gym partner. I see my gym partner's a monkey.
Do they not have Flapjack on here?
And well, I see Mad
What?
and Marvelous School Bus or Magic School Bus, so you think it'd be somewhere around there.
Yeah. Then it gets into Mickey Mouse with an I, and you got
There's
Meg
really no
something with an
Marvelous
E.
Misadventures of Flapjack. Wow.
What? Unreal.
There's no Flapjack.
Unreal.
Justice for Knuckles, man.
Big up a bug like Captain Canoga. Yeah. Clarence? I feel like
Oh,
didn't meet the hype. Like
listen.
I thought it
I
was good
loved
for a little
Clarence
bit, and then I
personally.
didn't like it.
I loved Clarence. I was gonna say B tier.
Well, give me the middle. Clone High? I never heard of that.
Same.
Now, Star Wars: The Clone Wars. I had a friend, Jake, who was very into the show, and he loved to tell me about it. I never watched it though. Did you ever watch Star Wars?
I did not.
Okay. I'll just put that in the heart of it. Uh, Close Enough. Never heard of that. But it looks like it's
I've heard
animated
of it.
in the style of a regular show. So it's probably good.
I I've heard of it. It's I didn't tell you anything about it though.
Yeah. We got Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. Didn't know they made a TV show of that.
Neither did I.
We got Clue Club. Never heard of that.
Never heard of that either.
uh, Coneal and Bernie. Never heard of that.
I think it's Tuca and Birdie. I think it was made by the same people that made BoJack, but I never seen it either.
Yeah. Courage the Cowardly Dog. Absolute
Dare I
cinema.
say no word?
You think goated? I'll take a goated. Oh, Cow and Chicken.
That one chicken was. That's another one that's like a fever dream for me.
Yeah. The only episode I remember is the Carpet Muncher episode.
Yeah, and that got banned, didn't it?
Yeah. But God, that was a funny show. I mean, I'll say heard about it because again, it's like a fever dream. Uh, oh, Craig of the Creek. Heard of it? Never watched it.
Ooh, me too.
But Curious George, I watch a lot of Curious George, and he has a tail. I'm telling
Goated?
you. I'm telling you, he has a tail. Goated.
And the TV show and the movie both are like so good.
For real. Oh man,
Who's to say?
keeping in the topic of animal-themed TV shows, did you ever watch? I think it's called Zabu the Zaboomafoo or something.
I've heard of it.
I gotta look it up. Zaboomafoo. Yeah. Oh my god. I don't know why I loved this show as a kid. This. Oh my god. So good.
Randy Orton just put
Also,
John Cena through a table. I'm watching. I'm triple tasking right now.
nice. I'm also just realizing now, looking at this, that that is not a real lemur. I thought it was real when I was a kid. Anyways, oh, what? I can't quite read that. Isn't this guy's name like Rocco or something?
Rocco's Modern Life.
Yeah.
It's Rocco's Modern Life. That's absolute cinema.
Now,
Rocco's
Dan
Modern Life.
verse whatever's cut off at the bottom here.
I think it's just called Dan Versus.
Okay, never heard of it though.
I've heard of it. I've
You
heard of
know,
it. Never seen it.
you know what I've really heard of? Gonna catch 'em all
What's
'cause
that?
he's Danny Phantom. Da-na-na-na-na-na. One of the greatest Nickelodeon shows of all time. The absolute goated. Like, no doubt about it. I don't care what anyone says, Danny Phantom is one of the greatest cartoons of all time.
Not seen too much of it, but I would probably put it there too.
I've seen every episode. Fuck, dude, this is again like this one's like a fever dream. Daria? Like,
Yeah.
it's so familiar, but what the fuck is it? Uh, Darkwing Duck? I guess it's
Yeah,
one of those,
Darkwing
like,
Duck. I've heard of it.
one of those Donald Duck offshoots. I cannot possibly read what that says. It's way too small.
Let me see it here.
This one.
Yeah, I can't see it either.
Yeah, there's not enough pixels to read that. Uh, Dave the Barbarian?
Heard of it, but never seen it.
Same. It's again not even enough pixels for that. Dead End? Never heard of it. It's got a guy with blue hair, so it's probably gay.
Probably.
Death Battle? What the fuck? Never heard of that. Doesn't even sound like a cartoon.
Yeah, same. I've
But Dexter's Laboratory. Pretty good show.
Dexter's Lab,
Not
man.
going,
B
maybe
tier.
not absolute cinema. Yeah, definitely solid contender for B tier. Disenchantment. I heard of it, never seen it. It,
It's the same
it's
people that
something.
make The Simpsons, but I've never seen it either.
Uh, dude, Dora the Explorer. Swiper, no swiping.
Swiper, no swiping.
Yeah. No. What do we
Oh
think
my God,
about
Randy,
Dora?
bro, I'm giving some live commentary. Randy, so the referee got knocked out. So then a bunch of, I guess, people in suits came out to try to make things right. Randy Orton just RKO'd like 8 people in a row.
Well, of course, he's Randy Orton.
Good God, man. So, so John Cena's supposed to be knocked out, which means, in essence, Randy Orton's knocked out pretty much every single official and the referee. I'm just, uh, I'm just gonna say real quick, what's in the next 5 minutes? Call it. Travis Scott or someone else is gonna interrupt and screw Randy Orton out of this match. I'm calling it right now.
It's gonna be The
Anyway,
Rock.
continue.
Uh, Doug. I never watched Doug.
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
heard of it so much, I've never seen it. Truth,
R-Truth, what?
bro, R-Truth is interfering. Randy Orton just RKO'd R-Truth.
Big
No
Mouth?
way that. No. Oh my God. So John Cena just hit Randy Orton right in the family jewels, right?
Uh-huh.
He's holding the belt. God no. Orton's stumbling, and he hit him with the belt.
Wow.
God dang it, John Cena. No way R-Truth just cost Randy Orton the match.
That would be crazy if he did. Dude, R-Truth sticking up for his childhood hero?
R-Truth just cost Randy Orton the match.
Yeah.
R-Truth was a part of John Cena and Randy Orton's last ever match. Or their last match against each other, I should say. That's awful. I love R-Truth, but come on.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, what's next?
Uh, Big Mouth, which, look,
I love.
alright, I was gonna say
Personally, I love.
a lot of people like Big Mouth. I think Big Mouth
I
is the absolute worst cartoon ever made.
see. I'm just a big Nick Kroll fan. I think anything Nick Kroll touches turns to gold. That said, the early days with some animated uh no squares of some of the characters was very, 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 very questionable. The show
Mm-hmm.
itself isn't that bad. Show itself is pretty funny.
I
I'd say it's
I can't
absolute
find.
cinema,
I would say
bro.
it's
The
trash, so we'll meet it. Could have been better.
the songs that are made from the guy that wrote Hamilton, right? The
Yeah.
guy that wrote the entirety of Hamilton actually wrote an entire song completely in Spanish for Big Mouth, and it's absolutely like a banger.
Well, that's great
It's such a
because I
banger.
don't like Hamilton either.
Well, it's not even a musical style either. It's like a Latin funk style, whatever weird rap. It's so funny though, the show. And
Yeah.
like it just have like Lin-Manuel Miranda come in and write an absolute banger of a song for him.
Uh,
They have another song that's a parody of Everybody Hurts. It's called Everybody Bleeds. Uh, they got Anything Goes in Florida's a good one. It's such a good show, man.
it's a show. Uh, The Dragon Prince. Never heard of it.
Never seen it.
But you know what I have heard of? Dragon Tales.
What have you heard of?
Goated. Goated. I
Dragon Tail,
don't care what
Dragon
anyone
Tail.
says.
Yeah,
One of the best shows ever. Uh,
absolutely.
apparently they made not just one but two How to Train Your Dragon movies or sorry, not movies, TV shows, and I have not seen either, but I have seen the movies.
I've not seen the TV shows. I used to have a How to Train Your Dragon DS game. Man, that was goated.
I had an iOS game that was like not the official one. It was like a really shitty ripoff with one dragon and basically just a mountain to fly around on. But I thought that game was so cool for some reason. Looking back, it was total shit.
Oh
Anyways,
man,
Drac Pack. This looks like it's from the 80s. I have no idea what it is.
yeah.
Something to do with vampires, I would guess. Star Wars droids. I think it's we've been over. We never watched Star Wars. Duck Dodgers. That's another one of those Daffy Duck.
Yeah, I've never seen it.
Things, yeah. Duckman. Looking at it, I feel like I've seen this, but I don't remember anything about it.
Game.
Dumb and Dumber. No idea they made that a TV show.
I didn't either.
Earthworm Jim? Sounds funny. Never seen it.
Same.
Ed, Ed, and Eddie, though.
Absolute Cinema.
It has to be, yeah. It's one of the greatest cartoons of all time. Same with, look, I don't know if you ever saw this. El Tigre.
I didn't.
Okay, I saw this on Nickelodeon. Absolutely loved it. I even have the El Tigre PS2 game. Goated game. That was one of my favorite games on the PS2 as a little kid. Yeah, I love the show. It's absolute cinema.
I
What the Elliot? Does it say Elliot? I don't know.
can't say that either.
The new Samoans?
No clue.
I don't know. God, what the fuck is this font, dude?
I don't know, but I see. Oh my god, I see an elite stretch of 3 coming up here in a minute. After this one is an elite stretch.
Yeah, I've never seen Ewoks.
Yeah.
I've never seen F is for Family. I'll be honest.
I love it. It's a Bill Burr is in it. It's the Bill Burr show about it takes place in the 70s. Goated.
I'll give you that. I'm not a big Bill Burr fan, but yeah. Anyways, Fairly Odd Parents, nowhere it's needed.
Nowhere needed.
Family Guy, you know what? It might not be that great anymore, but
But like
it
the
has
first 5 or 6
something
seasons,
that
man.
are solid.
The first 5 or 6 seasons are some of the greatest TV episodes ever made.
Probably even more than that.
Ever.
Probably the first 10. I don't know. I mean, they've made like 30 at this point.
I think when the cutoffs started happening just for the sake of having cutoffs,
Yeah.
instead of actually being like funny and part of the plot, I think that's when they started going downhill. Now they could be in the middle, like you and me, like could be having a conversation right now, and it'd be like, oh, that reminds me of the time when I saw a goose get hit by a car on the highway. And it's just there to fill time, you know? It's just there to fill part of the whatever, the 30 minutes of runtime it is.
I made a joke almost exactly like this, like 10, 12 episodes ago or something. Yeah, and then they would just cut to like a random guy hitting a goose on the highway, and then the goose is like sitting there like on the side of the highway while this guy's like pulled over looking at the front of his car. He's like, oh my god, I hit a goose. Oh, dude, the goose damaged my car. Oh my god, this is gonna cost. It's just doing like a completely unnecessary rant about like the goose and how much money it's gonna cost him because he hit a goose with his car.
Now, Now there is one of the pointless cutaways which I find absolutely hilarious. Can I pull that up real quick? Do you think we get a copyright for a 20-second clip?
I'll cut it out if we do.
All right. This is just so I can take a break from this incredible project I'm working on. This right here. Seen this one?
This looks familiar.
This is my favorite of the pointless cutaways, all right?
Dude, this car kicks ass, and I can watch Madagascar while I'm driving.
What kind of music do you like, Gloria?
Hippo hop. Woohoo! Yeah, baby.
Dude, those animals are so fucking funny, they make me want to merge without looking. Yeah, Rumsfeld!
Do you get the Rumsfeld joke? So Rumsfeld, I believe it's Donald Rumsfeld is his name, was some, like, Secretary of Defense or something during, I think one of the Bushes, or maybe Clinton. Anyways, that dude is responsible for, like, 20,000 bombs being dropped on Cambodia. Like, for no reason at all, this dude just ruined Cambodia, and they're still fucked to this day because of Rumsfeld.
Wow.
And Anthony Bourdain, the guy from, fuck, what is the show called? Strange Eats?
I think.
Yeah, anyway, the one where he, like, travels the world and tries strange shit. He went to Cambodia once to, like, try rural Cambodian food in, like, villages and shit. And he's like, he had some, you know what, I'm gonna look up the quote, actually.
I think you mentioned it a couple times before, actually.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, yeah. I remember it's something like wanting to kill him or choke him out or something, right?
Oh, hold on. Okay, this one's about Henry Kissinger, but same kind of
That's
people.
what it
Anyways,
was.
yeah, once you've been in Cambodia, you'll never want to stop beating Henry Kissinger to death with your bare hands. Anyways, yeah, Rumsfeld also was in that same sort of circle, so, yeah. Anyways, so we got 3 Fantastic Four cartoons in a row and never seen any of them.
Yeah, I've never seen any of them.
You know what I have seen, though? Fanboy and Chum
What?
Chum, one of my absolute favorite
Oh my
cartoons.
god. Yeah. People will hate on it so much. Screw you if you hate on it, man. Absolute peak cinema.
Yeah, so good, man. It's another Fantastic Four. Oh, did you ever watch Fat Albert and the Cosby Kids?
Vaguely remember watching it when I was little.
Fat Albert, and I'm gonna sing a song for you. And I'm gonna teach
It's
you
too
to
bad Bill
sing
Cosby
too.
is the person he is, because that was...
Yeah. Look, absolute cinema. It's from, like, the 70s, I think. It's fantastic. So the reason I actually used to watch Fat Albert, so growing up, right after my parents divorced, my dad was living, like, real cheaply, and, one of the things he had was, like, I don't know if they even still sell them, but you used to be able to get these little, like, antenna pads that you would, like, hang in front of a window, and then you'd, like, put that wire to your TV, and you'd basically get any radio, or not, any TV stations that were on, what's it called, civilian broadcast frequencies. Uh, so it was just reruns of, like, old shows from, like, the 50s, 60s, 70s that, like, some boomer was just having on loop in his basement. And Fat Albert was one of those shows that was just on every morning, and so whenever I was with my dad, I'd watch Fat Albert on the free TV. Anyways, Fievel's American Tales. This sounds cool. Never seen it. I feel like I've said that about most of these.
Right. Same.
Final Space. Yeah, this looks like one of the shows of all time. Fired on Mars. Never heard of that. Looks
Never heard of it.
awful. Fish hooks. Looks like something I would have seen, but I've never seen it.
My God, I love fish hooks so much.
Alright, where are you putting it?
I absolutely love to put it in cinema, man.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4. Who's that knocking at my door? 5, 6, 7, 8. Hurry up! Don't be late.
Okay,
9, 10, 11.
here's the show that you remembered the name of that I didn't, with the blue guy and the foster house of imaginary
Foster's Home
friends.
for Imaginary Friends.
Yeah.
That's Foster's Home, man. Goated.
Yeah.
I love Blue so much.
Futurama, no words needed. Goated.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Garfield, did you ever watch the Garfield cartoon?
I didn't watch the old one.
I did, man. I used to watch this with my grandma. I used to spend the weekends at her house, and like Saturday morning, Garfield was on.
I never watched the old one.
This is I'd say B tier. It wasn't great, but it was funny.
Right.
The Gargoyles. This looks honestly great just from a thumbnail, but I've never seen that. But I might go watch it.
I've never heard of it.
Not alright. Rex looks familiar, but I don't think I've seen it.
Yeah, I can't tell either.
George
I've
of the
never seen it.
Jungle. I know I've seen this. I can't remember anything about it other than he hits trees a lot when he swings.
Yeah, I remember like in the theme song, it's like "Watch out for that tree" or whatever.
Yeah.
I vaguely remember that. I can't tell you anything else.
Same. Yeah. Not enough pixels in that one to read. Ghost Force. This looks like what's that movie? Inside Out, but like as a cartoon.
Right.
I don't know. Never seen that. G.I. Joe, like, I know I've seen this, but dog, I don't remember nothing about it.
I've never even seen it.
I think I have a G.I. Joe game on my 360. That might be like all the exposure I've had to it, honestly.
Right.
Yeah, there ain't enough pixels to read that one. Glitch something? Glitch Riders? I don't
Yeah, I
know.
never heard of it.
Goof Troop?
Mm-mm.
Something with Goofy, but I don't think I've seen that. Also, Guardians of the Galaxy, never knew they made a cartoon of that. Oh. Okay, I was into this show for like a few months. I thought it was great, and I haven't really thought about it since. Gravity Falls.
No words needed.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Where are we
I
at?
loved it.
Green Eggs and Ham. Honestly, when I heard this came out, I meant to watch it, and I just now remembered it's a thing, and I still never watched it. But it's like all the iconic Dr. Seuss books as a cartoon, and I feel like it'd be really good, but
Right.
I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, I've not seen it yet.
Also, I have not seen the Green Lantern animated series, although I did see the movie, and I thought it was good. Oh, yeah. What's funny is, so Ryan Reynolds played the Green Lantern in like the one Green Lantern movie,
Mm-hmm.
and then when he played Deadpool for the first time, and they were going to make his suit, on the way in he's like, "Oh God, please just don't make it green or animated," because he wasn't actually wearing a suit in the Green Lantern movie. He just had a motion capture suit
Right.
on, and they CGI'd it over him. The Gremlins. I didn't know they made a Gremlins cartoon.
I didn't either.
But you know what I do know they made a cartoon of? The Grim Adventures
What?
of Billy and Mandy. Goated. No
No
words
words
needed.
needed.
It's one of the most fantastic, absolutist cartoons ever. Uh, I don't know what the fuck Grim and Evil is though.
Yeah, I never heard of it.
Or Gut and Estopa. It just sounds bad.
Mm-hmm.
Haley's on it. Sounds bad. Halo Legends. You know, I know they made a Halo cartoon, but I don't care about Halo enough to watch.
Yeah, neither do I.
Uh, ha- Hamster and Gretel? What?
Heard of it, but never seen it.
Have you ever seen Happy Tree Friends?
I scarred myself as a child by watching Happy Tree Friends.
Yeah, same. But it's pretty good, right?
Looking at it from an adult perspective, I question myself, but it's not bad.
I mean, it's at least a B tier. Like it's a
I mean, the
well-made
shock,
cartoon. It's just
probably for the shock
horrific.
value alone, B tier. Probably for the shock value alone, B tier. I pray that the next generation, whenever Gen Alpha finally starts getting unrestricted internet access, they too can find Happy Tree Friends.
Oh man, yeah. Next we got the Harley Quinn TV show, which I didn't know was a thing, but it says it's on Max, so I guess I'll watch that next time I'm watching Batman.
Heard of, but never seen it.
Harvey Girls? This just looks annoying.
Mhm.
Harvey. Oh, Harvey Beaks? I've heard of that.
Same, but never actually watched it.
He-Man. Did you ever watch He-Man, the original He-Man?
I did not.
Oh my goodness, dude, absolute cinema. Some of the greatest old school cartoons ever. By the power of Grayskull, it is He-Man. Yeah.
Right.
I've never seen this new animated one though. I bet it's like, I don't know what style they call that, but I bet it's dog shit. Hello Kitty? I don't think I ever watched that, but I am aware of it
Yeah, I never
because
watched it
it's
either.
like the biggest Japanese thing of all time.
Pokemon is probably bigger than Hello Kitty, I'd say.
I don't know about in Japan.
Yeah, probably.
Uh, Hell of a Boss? Huh? I want to look this up. What the fuck? What kind of furry hentai shit is this?
Oh God. That's
Yeah, I'm not watching that. Hercules? I feel like I heard of that. Definitely never seen it. Fuck with Hercules though. Hey Arnold? Oh my god, did you ever watch Hey Arnold?
I watched bits and pieces of it, and I wish I would have seen more. But from what I remember, it's a absolute cinema.
Yeah. I can't possibly read that one. Um, Hilda?
Uh,
Just looks bad.
right.
Horseland? Definitely never seen that. Hotel
Same.
Transylvania? This feels like something
I
you
did
would
not know they made
watch.
an animated show. I did not see
Oh,
the animated show of it.
okay, yeah, me neither. Oh, what's that? Housebroken? With all the dogs? It's I have like a vague remembrance of it, but I don't know. Oh, dude, The Incredible Hulk. I don't know if you watch this, but it's
No.
like at least a B tier for me. I ain't seen Hulk smash though. Human resources?
Okay, that was a spinoff of Big Mouth, but it's like all the, like the hormone monster,
Yeah.
whatever. It's like there's a hormone monster. There's a logic rot, anxiety gremlin. No, it's anxiety mosquito, ambition gremlin, love bug, all those sort of things. It's like all the emotions and stuff you have are like represented by some sort of creature, and like they all like are assigned to different kids and stuff, right, or different people, and they're all like based out of human resources. Human resources is goated as well. I mean, like I absolutely love human resources. That might even be better than Big Mouth in some aspects.
Well, I haven't seen it to be able to definitively say it's trash like Big Mouth. So alright, I'll give you that.
You know who Randall Park is?
No.
The guy that played Kim Jong Un in the interview.
Okay, yeah.
The guy that played Asian. The guy that played, yeah. So he plays Pete the Pete the Logic Rock in that show, and he's really good in it.
Hmm. Alright. We got I Am Groot. Didn't know they made a cartoon of that.
I ain't never seen it.
Also never seen I Am Weasel. But I bet that's good.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like one of those kind of things. I have seen a lot of Go Diego Go. Did you ever watch Go Diego Go?
I did indeed. I did indeed.
This is absolute cinema, I think.
Cinema, yeah.
Uh, not enough pixels for that. Inside Job? Never seen it.
I've meant to be watching that one, but I've never seen it either.
Inspector Gadget, dude. You ever watch Inspector Gadget?
Not.
Oh my god, I love that. Yeah, he's just this. I would say B tier. It's not that great, but it was pretty good. It's just this guy that like he just has this trench coat full of mysterious inventions that can do all sorts of. Basically, he's like a human Rube Goldberg machine, if you know the
Okay.
concept of a Rube
Yeah.
Goldberg machine. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Also, Eminem mentions him in As the World Turns from the Slim Shady LP, because Inspector Gadget has this like little theme song he does where he's like dun 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 go Gadget, and then like the or he's like no he's like go go Gadget something, and it he like sends the gadget out. And Eminem in As the World Turns has a line where he says, and then I remember this one magic trick, dun 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 dun, go go Gadget Dick, whip that shit out and ain't no doubt about it. Yeah.
And Eminem's a lyrical genius, man.
Invader Zim. Holy shit, goated. I don't care what anyone says.
I'll trust your word.
But you've never seen Invader Zim.
I've seen a little bit of it.
Oh my goodness.
Seen a little bit of it.
One of the greatest cartoons ever. Never seen Iron Man. I don't know about you.
Mhm.
Or It's Pony. Never seen that. Or Jabberjaw, the shark. Never seen that. Jackie Chan Adventures. That sounds dope as hell, but way before our time. Gem the something. Never seen that. Jimmy Neutron, though.
Nope.
What do you think about Jimmy Neutron, Landy?
I was always more of a Fairly Odd Parents fan. That being said,
That's
Jimmy
fair.
Neutron had its moments. Hi, Jimmy's mom is like a top 5 line in TV history. One, she's a girl. Two, she's a female, or whatever Sheen said.
Mm-hmm.
Croissant, or however you say croissant. Croissant.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Carl Weezer, absolute legend. Sheen, absolute legend. It's impossible to put it anywhere other than cinema or above. It's whatever you want to put it.
Yeah, I kind of think it's goated. Although, I just gotta look on here. Is Planet Sheen on here? It better be. Where's the P's? Okay, P. Pickle. Yeah, they got Planet Sheen. Okay, we're good.
All right.
Johnny Quest. I feel like I've heard someone or a lot of people reference this before, but I've never seen it.
Yeah, I never seen it either.
I have seen Johnny Bravo. The OG
And Johnny
womanizer.
Bravo. Johnny Bravo is. He's one of the humans to ever live.
Yeah. It's a
Uh,
kid show that is 100%
Right.
sexual innuendos and womanizing.
But it's so funny.
And,
It's
yeah.
it's cinema for sure.
No,
Hey,
I
Primo.
think same with Johnny Test. I think Johnny Test is absolute cinema.
Have you went back and watched any like old episodes or clips from it though?
No. I haven't watched
Okay,
it since
so
it was like the current show.
hold on. I gotta pull up a video here. I hope it's still up. I've seen something like this before.
Okay.
Yeah, it's still up. Okay. So this is a this is a 1 minute. Okay, so it's 1 minute long.
That's fine.
Yeah, you're watching.
Oh. Yeah, I've seen this.
I dare you!
You are not 100 sprayed your bear.
Just not!
Episode 10.
That very bad thing fabric!
Who's it on? Tested frozen.
Under the edge from the cat how to say it's a more to his bodies. So, Johnny, real? Is it my very?
Oh, he's not.
Your favorite and snap react.
Which one you yes? He's a king. That's we need the right. Forget just.
Even thinks he has no.
And I he's so full of a bunch of brain and fat and weird Johnny's.
Look at that bling bling boy.
Sorry,
Will you the time?
you send me the missiles. Sneaking your. His name is. Wait, it was not Gene, and your son's from us trying. Right?
Oh yeah. You.
What a date and came at it.
Must is potentially fail. No, here.
It's me. Great story. What the?
Brush your shit.
Who's that guy?
Get this.
What else he got?
Dude.
In the area. Does it?
Is he?
I bet. Well, you're pooping. Turn this and then.
Very cat. Very way Dookie. Some of them are. Johnny's. Way up.
What?
Let me tell you why we-
That's insane.
So, and there is a full minute's worth of whip cracks. And I don't know if they did two 11-minute episodes in one block, if they did one 22-minute episode in a block. Either way, that's absurd.
Wow. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, I saw that shared somewhere, and I figured if we ever mentioned Johnny Test, I'd have to bring that up.
Yeah, that's valid, but that's got to be
Oh.
like just for that one episode, because I swear they're not all like that.
Oh, you'd be surprised.
I might have to go back and rewatch it, but I remember Johnny Test being a fantastic show.
Could you imagine, like, we had something like that where it's like every 2 seconds we just have.
Yeah,
You know,
we should try and do that sometime.
yeah, we should definitely try to do that sometime. You know, like every sentence, every time we have to stress something, we just go. Okay, I'm done for now. That's
Yeah.
getting old.
Josie and the Pussycats. Never seen it.
I think my sister might have watched that. I never did.
I think we also established you never watch any superhero or anything, so we can just get Justice League out of here.
Yeah.
I believe that says to below. I don't know.
Never heard of that.
Yeah. Camp Coral. Spelled with
Oh, that
K's,
okay.
coincidentally enough.
You know what that is?
No.
That is the spin-off of SpongeBob SquarePants made, where it's like all the kids, I think at least, where it's all the kids, characters as kids. It's like every single character as a kid living at a summer camp, and it explicitly goes against one of the dying wishes of the guy that made SpongeBob. I mean, a show that he made right. The creator had one wish, and they waited till after he died to exploit it. He wanted 0 spin-offs of the show ever made. He didn't want any spin-offs of SpongeBob ever made, and they waited till he died and they made that.
That's fucked up.
I think there should be a tier just for just alone for that, where it's like, screw them for making it.
Uh.
That's one of the worst. That's one of the worst stories I've ever heard. They waited till he died to make a spin-off of something that shouldn't have ever had a spin-off.
Alright, there we go. I got tier, fuck you and everything you stand for.
There you
Alright. What do we got next? Kappa MK4. Sounds like a drug.
It does.
I don't know, what do you... I never seen that. Now, I feel like I do remember Kick Buttowski.
I remember that as well.
But, like, where is it from? I have no idea. Or, like, anything about it? Couldn't tell you.
It was alright from what I remember.
It's like, like it could have been better. Like,
Right.
okay.
Yeah, it was definitely a show. It wasn't the worst thing you've ever seen though.
Kid in Cosmic? I don't know. Kid Cosmic? I've never seen it.
Yeah, I've never heard of it.
So I can't possibly read that one. Kiff?
That seems to be the case.
The fuck is Kiff? I don't know. Oh. Kim Possible. Let me tell you, dog, I love Kim Possible.
It was goated.
Goated with the sauce. Same with, I mean, no words needed. King of the friggin' Hill, man.
King of the Hill, yeah, that's a top 5 adult show ever made. That's not even made specifically for adults, but you got what I mean.
Yeah, can't read that one. Codename Kid Next Door? Oh my, goated?
There, I saying no words needed.
Not a single one. I didn't know they made a Kung Fu Panda show. Or a Zelda show. But Lego Ninjago, did you ever watch Lego Ninjago?
I watched a little bit of it, yeah.
I watched the entire show. Me and Sean are diehard fanatics of Lego Ninjago. Absolute goated. Oh, Lilo and Stitch.
Never knew they made a show about it.
What? The whole thing was a show.
No, it was a movie.
Yeah, they made a movie about, of the show.
What?
Yeah, the movie wasn't the main thing. It was a show the whole time. The movie was a one-off.
What?
Yeah.
Huh? Okay, Lilo and Stitch, the movie came out in 2002.
Yeah.
The show started in 2003.
Okay, yeah, okay. Maybe I'm wrong. But still, there was a...
No,
yeah,
it's not maybe. It's not maybe. You are definitively wrong.
Okay, still, I feel like the show was like the main thing. But really, you've never seen it?
No, but you might be the only person that remembers the show instead of the movie, honestly.
I mean, I remember the movie, but I remember the show being like the main thing.
I remember the. Yeah, I only remember this movie.
Well, anyways,
I had no idea there was a show.
I think the movie would be like a tier above goated. Like there's a few Disney movies that are just like undoubtedly some of the best pieces of media ever made. That wasn't quite one of them, but it was damn good. Uh,
It was.
can't read that. Oh, dude, Littlest Pet Shop. My stepsister was obsessed with this.
I never saw it.
Little Audrey. Never seen that. Uh, Little Bear. I think I've seen
I've
that
heard a
already.
Little Bear, but I've never seen it.
Yeah, that name rings a bell, but it ain't ringing too loud. The Demon? How is that even a... yeah, I don't know. Oh, this one pains me. Wait. 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 We got the Legend of Korra on here, but... is the regular Avatar not on here?
You figure we would have got to it by now.
It should have been in the A's, Avatar The Last Airbender. Oh, okay, they got it in the T's. Okay, it's just The Last Airbender. But then why do they have The Legend of Korra in the L's if... yeah,
Does
alright.
anything about these fearless do make any sense, though?
No, but anyways, what do you... did you ever watch either of the Avatars?
I watched a little bit of them, I feel like.
Okay, I am a diehard fan of The Last Airbender. I think that's, without a doubt, goated. And, but it had like a cartoon anime style to it, so it was like fun to watch. The Legend of Korra is a straight up like manga turned anime style, like ultra realistic drawing anime thing, and it's not even close to the same kind of show as The Last Airbender, but yeah, I don't like it. But I don't think it's bad. I think it's just like didn't live up to the hype.
Yeah. Right,
Uh,
I'll take your word for it.
the Royals, I ain't never seen that.
Same.
The Lunatics, ain't never seen that.
Never seen it.
Now Looney Tunes, we already had that up and goated. I don't know why they. I think it's two different kinds.
I think they made. Are talking about the the two different Looney Tunes ones. They did the. Remember they did the remake one in like the 2010s.
Oh yeah, I think that might be the one we got here.
Yeah, the remake one was goated too, though.
Yeah. Uh, Love, Death, Robots. Never heard of that.
Okay, I'm checking back in on the list here. We got another here in a little bit. Got another elite one coming up.
Yeah. Uh,
Yeah, but Love, Death, Robot. That's heard of it.
and Star Trek, Lower Decks. Never watched anything Star Trek. What the fuck is that? I don't know. Not enough pixels. Mad Magazine cartoons, man. Let me tell you, Spy vs. Spy, best shit on planet Earth.
I absolutely loved Mad so much. I don't get the hate for it. I don't get why it was ever canceled. Inject it into my veins, man.
For real.
Mad was so good. I remember so many just like the animation style was so weird, man. But
Yeah, Magic School Bus, not any words
seatbelts,
needed. We're just gonna put it
everyone.
right up there. you remember when they
Cruising
flew
home
into
down
that
Main
kid's
Street, you're
butthole?
relaxing, feeling good. Next thing that you know, you're seeing surfing on a sound wave.
Dude, they animated the inside of a kid's butthole. Just remember that.
Remember when I think it was Arnold the nerd? That was where
I think
the
so.
striped shirt and glasses.
Yeah.
Remember when Arnold pulled his helmet off on Pluto and his head just turned to ice?
Yeah.
Yeah, that messed me up as a kid. He just pulled his helmet off.
Yeah. Fucking retard.
Carlos though, great character. I love Carlos.
Yeah. Mau Mau looks like a cat themed show. Never seen that. Or whatever this Mega something is that I can't quite read the rest of. This is new Mickey Mouse. I never really watched that, but Mickey Mouse
Okay, that
Clubhouse I
one.
watch a lot of.
Hold on, that new Mickey Mouse one, Mickey Mouse shorts. That's like a B tier. That was pretty good.
Okay. But Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. Miska!
Let
Muska!
Let me tell you something. One of my nicknames as a kid, growing up, that my mom gave me was Hot Dog. Right?
Okay.
One of my the number one nickname my mom called me as a kid was Hot Dog. It's because hot dog, hot diggity.
Diggity
Because I love
dog,
that
hot
show.
dog. Yeah.
The hot dog song, primarily. I think is where it came from, at least.
It is, yeah.
Now I'm talking about I'm pretty sure that's where my nickname came from.
Oh.
Pretty sure that's at least part of where the nickname came from. So, hot dog, hot diggity dog, absolute cinema.
Yeah. Middlemost post.
Yeah, I never heard of that one though.
Magiswords? I feel like I saw
Mighty
an advertisement
Magiswords.
for this.
I saw so many ads for Mighty Magiswords. I vaguely remember it.
Yeah.
Maybe could have been better.
Almighty Bee?
Mighty B. It's like every few years I'll just randomly remember this show existed and how
Yeah.
good it was.
But
Either B tier or cinema, I think.
I was thinking B tier. The more I think about it, the more I'm like, this is a slightly above average cartoon. It's just a bit forgotten.
Anything from that era was.
I have no idea what this is. Mike, Lou, and Og?
Yeah, I never heard of it.
Milo Midday's Law? I don't know.
Oh, Milo Murphy's Law. That's another thing that was made by guys that made Phoenix and Ferb. It was. I never saw it though.
Oh, yeah. You gotta be getting close to Phineas and Ferb. Yeah, it's around there somewhere. Can't read that one.
We'll find it.
Mixels? Never seen that.
Oh my God, Mixels. You just awakened a memory I forgot I had.
Oh?
They made a ton of Lego out of these.
Okay.
Oh my God, Footed.
I'll give you that. My Life as a Teenage Robot, dude. One of my favorite cartoons as a kid. I think it's goated.
I don't remember too much about it, but I'll put it there.
My Little Pony Equestria Girls. Ironically, I've seen a few episodes of this. It's not bad.
Listen, it's time we reveal a secret. It's time to break the secret, Tommy Boy. It's time we reveal a secret to you, our audience. Me and Tommy Boy this whole time have been bronies secretly.
Yeah.
We both have a jar.
Yeah.
We both go to furry conventions dressed up
Yeah.
as Fluttershy and Rainbow Dash.
Sometimes we just share the same
So
costume.
sometimes
And,
Yeah.
we just sit back to front in there.
Yeah, and it's we survive on a diet strictly of carrots, sugar cubes, apples, and occasionally, if we're being good, some wild mint.
Hmm.
But that's about it. That's it's time we had to reveal that to you. I am secretly a brony, and Tommy Boy is secretly a brony.
Yeah. Not gonna lie, dude. Equestria Girls ain't that bad. Like, it's honestly not a bad show. I mean,
No, friendship is magic, though.
it's
Okay,
like a
I'm gonna
solid
stop.
B
Okay,
tier.
I gotta stop. I gotta stop pretending like I know this stuff.
I'm gonna say it's a solid B tier. It's not that bad, honestly. And then the other ones, I haven't seen the other ones, but can we just put the Monster High up there? Actually, no, let's put
Sure, go
Monster
ahead.
High in trash. It should suck. Uh, how close are you on that thing?
I'm about 75% done now. I'm moving faster though. I'm moving a lot faster.
I don't think we're okay. We're at 316. If we go to 5 hours, you might finish it.
I mean, I might be able to get it off. I mean, it might take you a while too, so it might take up the whole next episode.
Should we just leave for the next episode?
Yeah, we should probably leave it for the next episode.
Okay, well, we kind of lost all your audio there, but that's alright. Did we just lose Landy? Yeah, he's frozen. Anyways, we'll wait for him to come back, and honestly, I think instead of picking through every single one of these, we should just put all the ones. Do we even need to finish this? We don't. We could just. Oh, I think we got Landy back. No, maybe not. We just had a snippet of audio from him. God.
Okay. Okay, Tommy Boy, you said we're 3 hours in already though.
Well over 3 hours, yeah. We can just cut it here if you want.
God, man.
We don't gotta finish this.
Yeah, I mean, oh my God, yeah, I don't. Real quick though, put Phineas and Ferb in goated.
Oh, that's true. That's true. I'll get that.
It was towards the bottom right, I think. Just put it in its rightful place.
I gotta get that up there. There's a couple of them I gotta put in places. Where the fuck is Phineas and Ferb? I'll find it.
Just heard some reference engine. I don't know where from, but I heard it. Also, did you hear about the earthquake that was around East Tennessee earlier today?
Yeah, I heard about it, but I didn't feel it, so I don't believe it happened.
I didn't. My grandma was telling me it was like some point like 9 a.m. and I think I was asleep at 9 a.m. this morning, so
I was at work.
I didn't feel it. She was saying, "Oh yeah, it went all the way parts of Kentucky, parts of Georgia." Oh,
I don't know. I kind of don't
ridiculous!
buy it.
I didn't feel
I
any of it.
felt it if it happened.
It was a magnitude like 4.5 or 4.4, I think.
4.1.
4.1. Okay, it was 4 point something. I was right. Well, shout out Megan Bain, 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 shout out Megan Bain one more time. Shout out Jimmy Hater. Got anything you want to say?
Yeah, shout out Jamie Hader, shout out Milk, shout out Water, shout out Buskashi, shout out Chicken Burger, shout out Tajikistan, shout out KFC, shout out KFC Australia, shout out KFC Australian Girl, shout out Boat, shout out Larry, shout out Christy, shout out Jamie Hader one more time. I think this is our usual list.
Yeah. minus a few. But anyway, all that being said, one more shout out, Megan Bain. Remember to use your signal. Tip your waiter unless they suck. Also remember, my dad would totally beat up your dad.